Well, I promise. Well, I promise that after this vid restart, everything is going to be a-okay.
You can only hope.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So yeah, Morbane, I'm going to switch over to Twitch, who actually has a stat advantage, just barely though.
Yeah, he's just taken a mega, but Morbane nowhere to be seen on that red too, and I think there might have been a little bit of a mistiming there on that mega that's just kind of thrown him out of the map a bit. And now it's Twitch's time to really throw his weight around.
Great direct
he's going to do exactly that here. Oh, that was way too close.
Makes really good use of his overall stack though, because he's going to get this mega. He should get red, no problems. Morbane does have a rail, but he's kind of an idiot if he peeks, and he doesn't. But he's stuck at the wrong yellow right now. Can Twitch get a second?
Yeah, at the very least, he's completely crippled him, and unfortunate to miss that rail, but really smart to deny the 50.
Yeah, knows he's low, knows that he took all the health in the last battle right before Mega, so...
Yeah, and Morbane is going to be looking for this rail angle though, and I mean, the way I see it, he's probably just going to try and hit the shot. He has 14 HP. He's just going to go for the shot. If he dies, he doesn't really care, because he's basically dead anyway. And yeah, I mean, right now he is stuck on this ridiculously low stack. There's not much he can do without giving up a frag. I mean, do you think he should just throw his life away and respawn with that 100 health? I think we've lost Flair there. I don't know if that's me or...
I'm here.
No, you're here. Oh, good.
You know, it's typical first game. There's still so much going on in the background right now, as I'm sure you're well aware of as a fellow admin, so don't mind me.
Yeah, no, I know it all. And yeah, I mean, Morbane just hasn't had a leg to stand on since Twitch got this control. He walks into the room with the wrong gun out. I don't understand the swap to Rocket there, and Twitch deals all the damage. That's going to put Morbane out of the map for another minute or so at least. Unless he does something really clever, you know. And
yeah, for sure. I was gonna juke him. Just gonna get a nice, like, it's a clean kill even though he takes a direct rocket as he gets it. And can he make his way over to Mega here? No. He's gonna get stolen by Morbane. Who's gonna escape? Those bounces, he can't use the LG that was his advantage. He has no ammo for it, and he couldn't get an angle. And Morbane's gonna slip away. Only 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, the defensive plus back rockets from Morbane are impressive. I mean, I don't necessarily think they're gonna be able to, you know, make him hold on for the next 3.5 minutes, but it's a pretty important thing to how this game's been going. Oh no!
You gotta back off for this Mega here.
Yeah, and I mean, both players are going to be really low for it, but
he's going to be. I think Twitch is lucky to be able to get that. By the way, Phylum, you are automatically assumed to be Phrase.
Oh yeah, of course.
According to chat here. Oh, as we dive into an LG fight.
I find that pretty insulting. I don't sound anything like Phrase.
That's gotta suck for Twitch now. He's gonna hit nice directs. Can he get it? No, can't quite get that third rocket.
Yeah, it was really close for Twitch, just to make that off the spawn, but unfortunate to not be able to kind of pull off the same level of rockets that Morbane's been doing. Oh, and that is just absolutely brutal. Right before that Mega. Fantastic from Morbane there, you know, he knew he didn't have to drop, he still had the time. And yeah, this is actually looking pretty bad for Twitch. I mean, Morbane isn't a player I know, but you know, I do kind of know who Twitch is. And
yeah, Morbane is a guy who showed up. I'd say he's a returning player. I'm not sure which version of Quake he started in, but he returned up to the scene, quote unquote, about 4 or 5 months ago. I want to say. Because I've been trying to get him to play Duel Cups for a while, and he only just started doing them. Good player. He's like 18, 1900s, I'd say, rated, depending on who he's playing.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely showing that right now. And It's a nice rail to hit there from Morbane. Twitch is going to be really aggressive. He, if he wants to make up these frags, he has to be. But Morbane, he was in a good position. He hit that rail. He can just afford to basically chill out and just make sure he's dealing damage on the items. He's basically got this game win the bag.
Absolutely. Minute and 15 left. I'm still on Twitch here. And he's gonna get himself a third kill. 7 kills in a minute on Sinister is mathematically and physically possible, but I feel like your enemy would have to be helping you out a bit, and there's gonna be no help given there from Morbane.
Yeah, it's a nice bit of humiliation there to end up this first game.
Just desperation attempts here now. He can't be happy to go out first. Oh, the control on that. What a bounce. So we already have two unfortunate dropouts from the cup today. Luckily it doesn't screw the brackets up too much because the players are just simply not going to be here. We lost Id and we lost Lone Wolf. Losing Id, I've never seen play in a Duel Cup, kind of a bummer. But just as this game closes out here, to let you guys know who don't already know how to check the brackets, exclamation bracket there in chat. Rafa, Chakul, Boots, Exodus, Apparition, Loveless, Sleepy, Zorak War, VT Chill, Twitch, Morbane, Chance, Cole Smith, and Dream.
It's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah. So we've got the winner of this game going on to play against, looks like VT Chill and Zorak. Let's see what else is going on here.
Well, Dream's here, so I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say he probably hasn't played Cole Smith yet.
It's probably a good guess.
Of course.
I'm gonna switch back over to games so you guys can see this chat. That's just hilarious right now. Alright, so just ask Dream. Dream, you playing Cole? Cole says no, hasn't showed up yet. Okay, well, there's a forfeit incoming. Deadly says, who do I play? Deadly, you haven't even signed up.
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, I'd say that things are moving along swiftly. Let's see what else we've got here. Dream is an R server. Pool 4 is currently down 15-0 against Rafa. Sorry, Chakul. Someone had to do it. I'll check Boots Exodus.
Alright, well, I'm just following you.
Yep, no problem. And hello again, chat. Just yell at me again if my OBS decides to be not correct. Boots currently up 4-0 on Lost World. I can't tell if this shouldn't be an overtime. Probably just got started here.
Cool.
Wow, thanks.
Alright, wow, and yeah, 2 minutes in, a 4-frag lead can be pretty devastating on this map. Oh, make that 5, as Boots just sweeps in there. There's nowhere Exodus can go. It's an aggressive rocket jump from Boots, and Exodus doesn't really hit the shots he needs to, so this is going to be a really strong control for the next few minutes. That red and the Mega are synced up. It's not such a problem on this map.
Nope.
And yeah, it's just going to be Boots really. I mean, he doesn't have a huge stack, but he's going to be feeling pretty comfortable with all the guns he needs.
He is the favorite here in this lineup. I know you're not too familiar with some of the North American players, and I'm sure some of the people may be watching this live, or even on the VOD, maybe not. You got a fight here breaking out. Is it going to be a 7th kill for Boots? Doesn't even really need a chase for it at this point. He can just get himself ammo, deny at least 1 yellow here, and he'll be fine.
It's smart of
but
him
he's
to not chase there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Exodus isn't a bad player by any means. He's definitely more of an aim-focused player. I'd say he'd feel more comfortable in like a CA environment. Oh, but he's got a nice trap going there for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I think he must like only have the shotgun. Wow.
Makes it work. But he's gonna hear his opponent
if he had
get
rockets
rocket.
there, that would have been fantastic. But yeah, he just makes that work. I mean, you can never underestimate how much damage the shotgun can do in close range.
Oh.
And that, maybe now we're going to see some of this fantastic aim you were saying about. Or maybe not. Boots, it looked like he was going to go for some kind of like move there, maybe a rocket jump. Thankfully doesn't, just focuses on picking up that red. And now, again though, like he doesn't have a very big stat, but the 6-frag lead is just so definitive on this map.
Calling me out on the Zorak 0-0 overlay. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, man. I don't think I'm ever going to be completely ready for a cup when it starts. You know what I mean, Phylum?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, especially when you're trying to stream as well as like admin.
It's impossible. Boots is just gonna be kind of a jerk here. Not even go for this mega, and he's gonna get it stolen from him in the end. He doesn't really care. He knows what happened already, but still, kind of a FU play, if you will. You know, just to kind of deny everything and think, well, even if you get that, what are you gonna do against me?
Yeah, and I mean now he's even out of position for this red, and he's happy to just give it up as well.
Pretty cocky play, but
yeah, I mean it's good of Exodus to be taking these like so quickly.
I'm gonna switch over to him actually, because he has 200.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be the more interesting person to watch right now.
5-minute warning.
Staying quite close to home on this mega. I mean the concern is that to make these frags back, he will have to kind of make some reads on his opponent around these major items, and
I'd like to see him wait here and get him on the drop. But the Boots is way too smart for that. He's just gonna wait for that, but he gets out clean. And he's chasing. Pull out that plasma, baby. Come on, let's see it. Let's see the plasma.
oh, the shotgun chase.
Oh, it works.
It's such a risk, but that's
He's
just incredible damage.
So stubborn. I mean, Boots didn't even really pull out the proper weapon to deal with that. Exodus just extremely stubborn. And I mean, to be honest, I said it before how Boots is being really cocky, and it's kind of slapping him in the face right now because Exodus is playing really well, actually. We didn't see the very beginning where he went down 4 frags, but from what I've seen, like, Exodus, he's not playing DM13 poorly at all. He may have just gotten unlucky, you know?
Yeah, and you can get those unlucky starts on this map. Especially, you know, if it's not your favorite map in the world or whatever. Like, it's easy to give up a few frags, but Exodus keeping his head and just...
Nice rocket.
Yeah, it's a nice move there. It's not going to be enough to win in the Mega, though. The rocket jump away is kind of stealthy. I don't like the rocket jump there from Exodus. I think it opens himself up to a lot of kind of potential damage.
A little bit, yeah. Boots just going to casually walk into his death. And
yeah, and
Exodus
I mean,
spamming
nice
a weird. There's no spawn there, Exodus. It's to the left. He's gonna do his best to get it though.
Yeah, and I mean he's playing this map well, but you can see it's not his, I guess, everyday pick. Both players just opting to be quiet there. Boots hopefully heard the time on that mega. Sounded like he was in the area. This fight could go really badly for Exodus. He doesn't want to stay out here. He's on 90 health. Wow. I mean, I guess Exodus has to be taking the risks, but even then, like, it feels like he's going to catch up at this point, you know? It's only 2 frags in 3 minutes. He does have to play a bit aggressively to make them happen, but, I mean, if he dies here, it's a lot worse for him than if he gets another frag, basically. He's in a bit of a weird position for this red armor, looking for a bit of a trap here onto Boots. He shouldn't have made that sound, because that's going to give Boots the Q he needs, and Exodus was in a bad position at that time.
Yeah. This is still really impressive, though. I mean, like, I don't want to count my chickens before they're crossing the street. Is that how that goes?
You know what I'm
Something
saying?
like that.
Yeah, Exodus is doing work though. He's. I don't like this so much because his advantage has been that mega health for so long, but he does need this armor, and he knows that even if he gets encountered by Boots, that means gonna mean Boots not gonna have one of the yellows, so he's gonna get the mega for free. What is Boots' armor stat at right now, Phylum?
Boots is a 100, 180, so pretty well stacked for a fight. And
But
Boots,
Exodus is 190, 160. He gets caught in the wrong
Yeah,
place.
but
That first rocket
I
could
have
determine
the
everything.
insider knowledge that Boots could be setting up a good trap on this red.
It's not gonna pay off
Some-
though. He's gotta be slapping himself in the face for giving up those easy frags earlier. Oh, Exodus wants that so bad, but he knows it's a bad idea to go up there.
Yeah, and it's good to see this kind of considerate play. Yeah, nothing Exodus can do to chase that one down either.
1 minute warning.
Wow, Boots goes for that drop. That's just so aggressive. That, I mean, his advantage here is time, you know? Like, he doesn't have to do really crazy stuff as long as he deals the damage. Somehow, though, he has managed to get Exodus really low. And
What he should do, Exodus needs to go away. You know what? I've seen this before in like in an actual very important pro game, and Exodus took too long to leave because he could have actually left, put himself to the back of this mega, but it's not going to matter anyways. Boots isn't going to be able to get onto it, and it's a tied game with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah,
And Exodus has everything. He's got the red. He can go rush towards this LG. I kind of want to see him meet Boots mid-map here, so Boots can't get a rocket launcher. He's being super passive, though, in these lower corridors.
Yeah, you can tell he's a bit scared. I mean, and it is understandable, but yeah, just... I mean, if he gets... He wants this game to end before the overtime, if possible. And it isn't going to be possible.
No, see, I think he would... Boots, even with a nice read there, he's shooting at the red, he's just spectating him. And a nice steal. It's like Boots just kicked himself back into gear or something. I really feel like Exodus could have gone and just tried to punish. Instead, he gave Boots 100 free armor between the yellows. He gave him all the weapons he needed. This is dangerous now for Exodus. He doesn't have, like... It wasn't a for sure thing by any means, but now it's back to the 50-50. It's back to the grind of DM13, if you will, you know? Nice jump.
Exodus, he isn't gonna really have anything at these yellow armors, and he goes to the wrong one.
He needs to go high. He needs to go back out to Rocket now, even though Mega's coming.
Yeah, and he's just put himself in such a bad position for all the items. He just casually walks onto that red with a shotgun out there.
He just needs to get some rockets.
Yeah, the lack of rockets is really going to hurt him, and it's just a mistime on the Mega. It's an unfortunate time for that to happen, really, because this is going to let Exodus, let Boots rather, move around the map fairly unhindered.
Thanks for following Slid Drug 10. Thanks for letting me mispronounce your name. Is this gonna make himself a 200?
No! Fight again.
But this time
my god.
It's gonna be the same person?
Spawn.
Careful, careful.
And the big spawn there. Oh, Boots is gonna be kicking himself about that.
Yeah, Exodus needs to make sure, get this red, even though I kind of want to see him go towards the yellows, but now at this point, get yourself into an area where you're guaranteed damage on your opponent, like right here.
Yeah, like from here, you can just run this game down, and
perfect.
Catching your opponent on the jump pad there is exactly what you need to do, and so that's going to be GG.
Big upset there, big upset.
Yeah, and a big comeback to come from what we saw, 4 frags at the start?
Yeah, at like a minute 15 in or something we came, and it was 4-0 for Boots, and it went to about 7-0 or so. That was an impressive comeback.
Yeah, it's really great to see.
Gonna be Exodus has, guess what? Exodus has won himself, everyone. He has won himself a game versus Rafa. Can he do the same against Rafa? Perhaps. Looks like it's gonna be Zorak War versus Morbane, Chance versus Dream. Let's see if we can do a Chance versus Dream game.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Oh, my friends list does not want to seem to load here. Okay, there we go. I think we're gonna be just a little late for it. Oh god, they really do that to me. This is why I say give your admin your password, otherwise your admin's gonna bother you mid-game.
Yep. Thank you, LupinQL, for sharing my video there. It's pretty fantastic. I was pretty pleased with how that came out. Did you see my frag video that I posted?
Is it the one with like the serene, like slow rocket in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it. That's
the
pretty cool.
Slow motion.
It looks like the player's actually following the rocket.
Yeah, well, it was just more for just like the whole. I watched it back because I remembered in that game I did this weird like I walked around a corner and I basically spazzed out and managed to kill the guy, and I watched it back in slow motion.
Nice.
And I just thought this would be perfect with some really chilled out music.
That is the password phylum in IRC, but it's lowercase. It's not actually capital. And we're halfway through this game, but it's a 0-0 game. Chance versus Dream, which is pretty impressive versus Chance. I know Dream's a good ZTN player, which we are on here, and it looks like he's going to give away the first frag as I come in to cast a curse him. Chance is just going to barely miss his rail, fall back onto red, and he's got Dream kind of caught. He knows exactly where he is and where he wants to go.
Yeah, those are some solid rails there from Dream, getting basically what he needed to there to win himself that red armor, and both players, yeah, looking really even, especially given that it's 5 minutes into a ZTN.
Yeah, proper ZTN play is not just for the Russians. We can do it too.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Australians
nothing
can't
on the
play
map here.
ZTN though, they're terrible at it. Australians are just bad at Quake.
Except for Python.
Except for Python, and Phrase, and apparently the guy who sounds like Phrase, who is currently co-casting with me, Phylum. Phylum gonna retract that statement. It's okay, Phylum, we know that you're the best dueler in whatever city you happen to live in. But with just 4 minutes left, we still have a 0-0. Chance gonna probably get the better of the positioning here. He's gonna have to fight Dream now.
And Chance doesn't have any way to dodge.
Nope. So I'd say, I mean, he definitely had the position war won, just because he could have got red and dropped it down immediately to Mega, but he's gonna end up winning that Mega anyways. Dream's gonna run a lightning gun, and are we gonna have a tied game with, yes we are, with a crater there for Dream, who we're still currently on, and who's gonna be out of position for pretty much all the armor here if Chance wants to rush him. He can win himself a
both
yellow.
players.
This upper yellow is such a risk.
Nice bait of the rail there.
Really gonna get this Mega? He is, wow. I mean, I guess the fights took long enough that Chance is gonna go just stay around red and get caught out again by LG. Now he's gotta be careful. He can't have much armor left after taking that.
No, and I don't think it's quite railable, but
Nice.
oh,
Nice. He wasn't
exactly
quite
it.
railable, but that was a sick rail by Dream. Currently shooting 66% rail, 47 shaft. He's doing okay.
wow. And yeah, that makes it so hard for your opponent to do anything.
He's gonna be late for Mega, but he's gonna hear Chance behind him, so it's not really gonna matter. And is he gonna pop back up? Indeed. No armor though here if he goes in for a rail.
Yeah, he needs to be so careful of Chance's rockets. I mean, we've all
Boom.
seen Chance just do ridiculous things, and that wasn't even ridiculous. That was just, you know, what you would expect anyone to hit.
Just straight falling onto somebody with a rocket. Yeah, it was an easy shot. And I mean, it looked like everything was going Dream's way, and then Chance just was like, "You really still want to fight me without armor?" And since Dream said yes, Dream is down a frag. 2 minutes to go.
Would have loved to see the beginning of this. It had to be tight. 0-0 until the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Those close ZTN starts can be really exciting. And it's going to need both items synced up there, though. Chance probably could have afforded to delay that red armor pickup a little bit, because that's going to favor Dream, and that's going to be the opportunity he needs to get something on this map coming into the closing minute and a half. It's Chance in a really good position, though, and I mean, Dream's going to struggle to be able to do anything, really. Because, yeah, Chance just gets that fantastic read on him. So yeah, fantastic play there from Chance to manage to pick everything up, to know that he needed to drop down to the Mega. And that's going to make it really hard for Dream to come back. I think maybe we should swap over to Dream and see what he's going to do. He's got himself 200 armor. Oh, this isn't a fight he really wants to take.
But it's a fight he wants to stick around for to see what happens here. As long as he doesn't get LG'd, perfect. Now he can put his back to this Mega, which he doesn't know is up. Oh, he doesn't know it was up.
Yeah, he hit a rail, but he took a rail.
Just not knowing that Mega was up is such a huge mistake, really, for him.
Yeah,
because
I mean, he had LG out. He could have just backed away and it would have been perfect.
He was as soon as he fell off a red and I said perfect, that's what I meant. It's like he was in the perfect position to take that kill, and he can take another one here. He can still take one more rail than his opponent, though.
Yeah, Chance got caught out on that red platform again. Oh no. And I mean, because he stayed with the rail there and made that pick shot, like when he missed, there was nothing he could do. He had to back away.
He has to go for this. That's the game.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Chance even peeking at the end there. Chance is insane.
Wow. Fantastic, exciting game there. Like a really close 1-0. It's great to see.
Yeah. We even had an equalizing frag of a crater there. Each player with one frag, one suicide here to complete that map. Chance saying your aim. Yeah, man. His Dream's aim was on point that game. Well, he is a part of Point Gaming, I believe, so. Aha. So looks like as far as brackets are going and developing, we have, again, you can just I'll put them up in chat here. So Apparition currently our first contestant in the best of 3.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to be too presumptuous, but I think it's safe to say that's going to be Rafa Apparition.
Most likely. Who we got here? There is Dream. Chance wins that, so Chance is going to win. And so it's looking like, unless Morbane can defeat Zorak War, no small task, whose game we're going to go over to right now, just to give you guys something, because I think that they're already underway. No password, looks like, Phylum.
Fantastic, and I can join right off Zorak.
Yep, and it's you're going to be in time to watch Zorak's victory minute. Zorak is up 12-1 against Morbane, so it's going to be Zorak versus Chance, and then the victor of Rafa and Exodus will play against Apparition. So pretty good semifinals.
1 minute warning.
Yeah, it's a pretty good lineup. A nice bit of variety, and yeah, it's just going to be Zorak chilling out, cycling items, and probably hitting a few good rails.
Impressive.
Thank you for the follow, Tony HF. Thank you for the really weird payment point of view here. As I update my brackets. This is, you know what's funny is last time, that was a sick flick rail we just caught. The last time we had one of the fastest duel cups ever, as far as time. And I think we're gonna beat our record tonight. It's not something I'm necessarily happy or sad about, but I think we're gonna beat our record tonight. Because we're already in the semis, man.
Like,
Yeah, just having a quick look at the stats there. 32 yellow armors to Zorak Wars.
Zorak War, if those of you guys who ever watched the stream, if you haven't, it's just Zorak War on Twitch. But those of you who have maybe have heard him say that he's gonna do total denial, or like absolute denial, or whatever he says. Where basically he doesn't allow his opponent to get anything except the starting like power-ups. I've seen him do it against lesser skilled players on like ZTN, Sinister. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, I would be interested to see him try it against someone like Cypher or Cooler.
Well, he only does it when he says he's doing it against an opponent he knows he can. Like he knows that he's not.
Yeah, gonna be able to.
You're not gonna be able to do it against everyone.
Yeah. He does still try and lock people out of items though. Like we saw against Rafa in the last comp. There were a few times when he like went for items at really weird places, and it'll be interesting. I mean, it would be good to see those two play again, and I think it's pretty likely they're going to play at some point, if not inevitable. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Zorak's taken anything away from that. I'm guessing he's been playing a lot lately coming into QuakeCon.
Yep.
So yeah, are we going to watch Zorak and Chance now?
Yes. We watch Zorak Chance? Yeah, we'll watch Zorak Chance.
Yeah, I again, Apparition's a name I know, but I'm not super familiar with his playing,
Apparition,
but Zorak Chance should be.
Yeah, Apparition could do good against Rafa on ZTN, and on ZTN, and also this map called Blood Run. So yeah, it's probably going to be the better one here in Zorak Chance, I'm back in the server here if you didn't... No, yeah, you still here.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, aren't you special? It's going to be a best of 3.
And this isn't actually a matchup. I don't think I've seen this matchup before. So, I mean, Chance obviously, has a lot going for him. But is he? I mean, Zorak could probably be the favorite here.
Yeah, based on recent games, yes. Zorak War basically the way that Chance Zorak War should go is if it's a pick, Chance is going to pick DM13, which Zorak smartly drops, and then Zorak War picks Sinister, which Chance smartly just dropped. And then they would each win their respective picks, and it would go on to something like a Toxicity or a Cure or something like that for the breaker, or for the tiebreaker. But we have drop now. I'm doing permanent drop on Duel Cup from now on. Just because I'm going to be doing a league where it'll be pick. Basically, I'm completely 100% copying Nico, because Nico does, for 125 FPS, Sunday Cups with drop, and the league does pick. And I like that a lot better, because I think for a one-day cup, having pick, kind of meh.
Well, yeah, you just see especially when you're streaming it, you just see ZTN and like Arrow Walk if it's in the cup all the time.
I gotta do some IRC stuff here.
But yeah, so I mean, I guess Zorak would do well to drop Hectic against Chance, being a newer player.
Actually, not really.
Hectic's a map.
I would
plays pretty well.
Well, if I was Zorak War, I would rather play Chance on Hectic than Arrow.
That is true, actually. And Chance, again, like doing the smart thing and dropping the really new map, which Zorak Wars would have the best advantage on, I guess. Alright, so yeah, it is going to come down to Furious Heights, Hectic, and Arrow Walk, and that's pretty exciting, really. Zorak, he does actually, and he does want to play Hectic, so that's a good call there.
There you go.
Cool, so it's going to be Hectic then Arrow Walk, so we're definitely going to see those two maps, so
Cool.
Get ready for a crazy 20 minutes.
Hell yeah. That's why I'm like, I want to at least see one game of Hectic. So hell yeah. Here's at least our one game of Hectic.
Yeah, and it's really good, because I mean, this isn't a map I ever see played anymore.
We're good to go, right? Yeah, it doesn't
Fantastic,
matter now.
yeah.
Best of 3, Zorak War versus Chance, semifinals number 1.
Three.
Gonna be off on, I believe,
Zorak. He's gonna spawn yellow. Yeah, Chance knows this map well. He knows that he can go ahead and punish that. He's gonna do the exact same punish here on the Mega. He's not gonna expect a kill just yet. He gets Zorak really low though. Oh, it's just such smart LG play. He's just completely controlling Zorak's movements. And if Zorak goes for this yellow, nice. So basically, Zorak War is the rail player at this point, and the rail player on Hectic needs to hit his rails.
Yeah, not really hitting anything at the start there, and he will go down to a -1. He might actually rush this Mega, and wow, he manages to pick it up. At what cost? I'm not sure, but because yeah, I don't think that's going to intimidate Chance very much.
Nope.
There's enough health on the map that he's, he's going to do alright. He's going to be fine for armor, and Zorak is going to be so low that he can't do anything. And again, down to -2. Such a horrible start there.
First frag.
And Zorak War, who's just happy to kind of try and go for damage and throw these frags away, which, it can be a really viable strategy to rush your opponent, but Chance is just doing the right thing, staying in these strong positions, hitting fantastic shots that Zorak just can't match. Oh, and that's so predictable from Zorak Wars, and I think a really telltale sign that someone isn't as experienced on this map is the way they go for guns. Like, the way Zorak just rushed down to that rail, it was asking to get completely destroyed, and this is something, there's a really great video from Phrase, just doing a bit of an Australian Quake plug, while we watch Chance dominating here, that, just talking about, how he goes through a game on this map, and yeah, he just talks about denying guns and the way he does it, and it's really fantastic, because this is one of the more viable maps that you can just deny every weapon from your opponent pretty reliably, or make sure that if they're going to take something, they're going to take, a lot of damage.
And that's how Chance won control at the beginning here, just doing exactly that, punishing pretty much literally everything Zorak went to for the first 50-60 seconds, just was pure shaft. And again, Zorak War does not have the proper weapons to fight here, and he will go down. Chance is going to pick up the Mega. I have noticed that on this map, it is a very common strategy for a lot of top players to simply ignore the Mega. And use it as kind of a bait and damage, or just a fallback if they absolutely have to, like Chance just did.
Yeah, unless you're completely confident you can take it for free, you're most likely going to take more damage than you're going to gain from picking up the Mega, just because of the position of it, and how easy it is to get into middle map and spam. And you can see again, Zorak has no regard for the fact that Chance is going to try and deny this railgun. Wow, Zorak manages to hit some nice shots though. Oh, I love that angle. I love hitting that shot, because it was so cheeky and... Still though, it's going to be Chance running out of that lightning gun. Really unfortunate there. Otherwise that would have surely been a frag. Zorak, I don't think has actually had a lightning gun all game. Chance has just been completely denying it from him and misses all his plasma. It's still...
Ooh, Chance down to 7 HP. This is Zorak War's chance. He has to get the kill here.
Well, more importantly, he needs to pick up a lightning gun. And he's done that now, so this is where we're going to see the game start to even up a bit.
I think he's gonna die again. Yeah, he's gonna die again. Because okay, when I say that Chance had to die right there, I meant right there, right then and there. Because for those of you who have probably seen the infamous DKT-04 game, are you familiar with it, Phylon?
Yeah, I know the one.
Basically, guys, it's a Hectic match. It is the old version of Hectic. Nice rails here by Chance as I hold that thought. Gonna go for a cocky one again there for his 10th frag. But even if he loses 10 frags, he has a -2 buffer from Zorak War, who's going to die again. My point was gonna be, though, is as Zorak War eats a beautiful spawn kill. 0-4 managed to come back, what was it, 14 frags? On Hectic? In 3 minutes or something? It was the stupidest freaking comeback ever.
It's pretty amazing.
So it's It's not out of the realm of possibility here for Zorak to actually still come back at this point. It's just the hole is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is his pick.
Yeah.
He has to go up against Chance on Airlock after this, and I know he's not going to be happy about that. Nice. Gets himself his first kill. Still isn't on the board.
But that's where it has to start. And now Zorak, he needs to be really careful to play this weapon denial game, and he's just given Chance the lightning gun. Chance didn't actually go and take it, but that was such a weird route for Zorak to take. Like, the middle of this map is so important and so easy to control. I don't know why he would take the back route like that. It doesn't make sense. Chance's spam there is really strong. Like, it stops Zorak pushing in the way he wants to. Zorak, he might pick up a frag in this fight, but he's going to lose a lot of stack. And wow, there's no way he should be peeking for that shot. And he kind of has to because of the time, and this is where the pressure, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how he deals with it. Chance, he's happy to sit down here and just go for these, like, easy shots and delay Zorak. But yeah, I mean, this is Zorak getting some score on the board. This game definitely isn't over. Like, Hectic can be an insane map.
Hopefully he just doesn't come back, like, just enough to lose, you know what I mean? Like, come back and just be down, like, 2 frags at the end, even though he was on just, like, a good string of momentum. And actually, that momentum's gonna get killed right now. Holy crap,
Again, yeah,
Chance.
these fantastic shotgun frags. And, like, that's some really solid shotgun aiming there. Did Zorak actually eat a rail?
I think he just hit himself with a rock. I'm actually gonna switch over to him since he is the one chasing the lead.
Yeah, definitely. He's the one to watch. To see if he can make this comeback.
Can't make the rocket jump. Can he make?
Yeah,
Oh my god! Why is he alive?
somewhere.
Just shoot him. Shoot him. He's still moving.
Yeah, it's just stupid damage. But
Jeez.
oh, that rail was beautiful. Can he follow it up with another?
Has Zorak even played this map before? Chad is asking. Yes, Zorak has played this map before. There was actually a Duel Cup that I was sick on. It was the November Cup, and Zorak War actually ended up streaming and casting it for me. And during that cup, he did indeed play Hectic and beat some people. That said, they weren't Chance. This is indeed Zorak's pick as well, guys. Chance picked Airlock, and the final map is going to be T7. These little jukes and jives here, these just smileys from Chance, like...
Yeah, like Chance is doing such a good job of holding Zorak Wars up and just being in awkward situations that make it hard for Zorak to push in, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Like right there, that slows Zorak down that little bit more, just that one little rail. Chance with a defensive play, like he makes sure that Zorak takes a lot of damage if he's going to get a frag. If you are going to be playing the,
sick rail.
Wow, yeah, in this game, I mean, it's looking more and more possible for Zorak by the second, especially if Chance wants to rush like that. Zorak will be railable, but so will Chance. And there.
Even though the Mega was coming a little before the red on this map, like we were saying, or like I was saying before, whoa!
Oh, that rocket
What
from
the
Chance
fuck?
is sick.
Impressive.
Jesus.
He hit a direct as Zorak's going into the teleporter. That was
I don't
insane!
think I've ever seen that before. That's amazing. And this spawn controller is just too strong.
I feel, you know, I kind of feel like the drops that Chance forced Zorak War to make have really played into his hand. I knew, like, both players I know this map. I'm sure Chance has played it a little bit more. Just because of time played in Quake in general. That's going to be a good kill. It's going to be 8 frags with a minute to go, though. So it's all just going to be for kind of show here at this point, unless he can get more of those.
Yeah,
but I was going to say, Chance has just played so well here, and I know he's a good Airlock player. I feel like he kind of won the map war here, like that aspect of this duel. He's got T7 to fall back on if he even loses arrow. Which is a good map.
And yeah, look at this. Just like tricky play from Chance. That direct is ridiculous, and it's going to be a GG, and it's going to be a really good game. I mean, even though it was quite one-sided in Chance's favour, Zorak did make a pretty good attempt at a comeback. It wasn't certain until the last few minutes. I mean, there was just that one rail that Chance hit, really bullshit angle where your opponent can't see you. that got him the frag, and then the direct in the teleporter. I'm gonna have to clip that out and upload it to YouTube. Just amazing.
That'll be map number 1. Going over to Mr. Chance. Gonna go to Aerowalk now.
Yeah, and this could be bad news for
Vote
Zorak
now.
Wars.
Vote pass.
And MetLife, indeed, he's looking to go out here. I would be very impressed if he can take this match. He's gonna need one of those Aerowalk starts where you just dominate your opponent with a lucky spawn at the start. Otherwise, I don't really think he's gonna be able to win this. But that's just my prediction.
Alright, and so Chance off the start.
Yep, he's gonna spawn towards looking red. He's gonna opt to take Rocket Rail instead, which I like. He does miss his circle, but it's okay. He's got bubbles. Whoa there, buddy. I just gotta be happy about that.
Pretty crazy aggressive. He did save himself a health bubble there. I wonder if that was deliberate, but
I don't think so.
It's not gonna have any like real value, and he's just gonna go down.
Yeah, he could have grabbed it actually and still not been 100 health, so I don't know how on purpose that was. He was gonna lose the second mega, or win the second mega here against Zorak. Zorak's not really going to be too concerned as long as he can get in a position for this red. And he can even loop back around high, which is exactly what he's going to do. Chance has to hit everything.
Yeah, Chance actually comes pretty close, but it's just not quite enough. So, Zorak is going to be very low though, and that rail from Chance is important.
Nice.
Oh, brilliant prediction there on the drop down. This mega, I mean, it's not going to be very certain for either player. Zorak can do what he can to build some stack up, but
No way.
how
does he steal
Chance-
that?
I thought
No,
Zorak
Zorak got
picked
that.
that up.
He did.
Yeah, Zorak
That's what I'm
picked that
saying.
up.
Like, how did he? But how did Zorak pick that up? Is what I'm saying. That was just, I don't know. He takes the damage just instantly as he takes it. Takes the mega, and I don't know. My mind is just not processing that very well. Apparently, that was an excellent combo.
brutal there.
Nail 1-2. And this is going to be Chance's controlled Aerowalk coming into play here, I feel.
Yeah, and Zorak really needs to be careful. Like, he can go for shots and hit some crazy things, but he needs to make sure he's really conscious of what he takes in return, because that basically is what's given up the last 2 frags for sure.
People will say Aerowalk is a huge map of angles, very similar to ZTM. I think people say that just because both maps get played so often. They've been around for so long, and this really shows. Chance knows those angles.
Yeah, an experienced player is going to know, like, literally every angle on the map, like the back of their hand. Chance isn't going to be too bothered about losing that mega, as long as he can hit a shot into the yellow, which he doesn't do, and he actually takes one, so game on Zorak. Chance goes for that really tricky movement around the corner. I absolutely love that. I always go for that myself. Oh no. I don't know how Chance managed to get that frag, but at the same time I would have been pretty surprised if Zorak did, so...
Yeah.
And yeah, it's Chance just picking everything up. Hitting all of his rockets. If Zorak had a better feel for how much he'd bounced Chance just before, he probably could have double backed through that teleporter and gotten the telefrag, but... That's a fantastic bait too, just sitting there with the railgun out. Zorak thought, hey, I'm gonna come up here and get a free shot. And then Chance swapped to the lightning gun at the perfect time. And there was nothing Zorak could do.
Yeah.
And nothing Zorak could do is surprisingly fitting, I guess, for the way this map's going. And Zorak's just trying so hard to hold on that... And he just keeps coming through that teleporter for that shot. I mean, he'd already died doing it. He decided to go for it again and died again.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks like Zorak's a bit broken here.
Yikes. So, I mean, this is why initially when you were saying, oh, I think you should drop Hectic, I didn't really think you should drop Hectic, but it was already to the point where he had to drop Hectic, Arrow, or T7. You're not going to drop T7, is that right? Sorry,
yeah.
It was Elder, T7, Arrow, and Hectic. So, the logical choice would be to try to, you know, keep one of those on there. Because like, they're all good for you except for Arrow.
I wouldn't want to play Chance on Lost World or Blood Run, so...
Yeah, well, he got rid of DM13 almost instantly because a scoreline like this, and these rockets, and just this punishment keeps coming. It is probably what would have happened to Zorak on DM13, but I think Zorak's recognizing that Chance was tired, but he did defeat Chance last Duel Cup on DM13, and it was a big deal because if you recall, I don't know if you were with me or not, if it was Ray only.
I can't remember if that was the last one or not.
They all
It was
just
like
blend
8
together.
weeks ago.
It wasn't 8 weeks ago. So maybe it was sooner than that. Anyways, my point is, he's defeated Chance on DM13, but it's not a common thing. It's not something that he should expect to do. So he made the right choice in dropping these maps here, but losing Hectic, I knew he would lose Arrow Walk, so losing Hectic, I was pretty sure it was
It was basically over at that point, and this is just playing out to a huge margin. I mean,
well, I think Zorak's just playing. Zorak does not forfeit. Zorak's even said before, I don't like when players forfeit, and I don't like to forfeit myself unless I really, really have to because of the fans that watch and the donators. He's like, people gave money to see these matches. It's stupid for people to drop out. That was an excellent freaking angle there from Zorak, showing that he's not a slouch on the Arrow Walk. He just doesn't know it as well as Chance. That was a sick rail though from that when you hit him through that telly and you know that they're gonna be just on that last window. I still always miss the shot even though I know it's coming.
I'm the same.
These players accuracy.
So yeah, what's the score on the Rafa Apparition game?
I don't know. I could check. It would pull up a nasty screen here in front for everyone. So I'll hold on.
Well, I might see if I can just do a bit of a scout.
Yep. Little Mario here, Chance gonna take a walk on Zorak's head. Zorak's gonna get the yellow for free. Chance is gonna be out of rockets. He's gonna back on Mega, back up with some rockets here for himself, push right into red. He can just go straight up, even if Zorak War had the LG out. He's even gonna be gifted an assisted boost onto red. Missed this rail, connects with a second, eats up all the health here, so even if Zorak War was to get the kill, he's going to be at about 4 health. And I think Zorak War, we're just going to see him pretty much rush towards weapons here and rush towards Chance because it's a 23 frag difference. What's she going to do? As far as the lower bracket, we have Green and Morbane. And Exodus, Sleepy, and Twitch. Currently in the lower bracket here. Loser of this game, or set I should say, which unfortunately looks like it's going to be Zorak, will also go to lower bracket. And then the loser of Apparition and Rafa will also go to lower bracket. Do you got any info on that one?
Yep, Rafa won P7, unsurprisingly, and now he's 6-1, 2 minutes into Hectic.
I wonder if Rafa dropped out DTN.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's ban, and if you were saying it's the only map that Apparition will be able to take against him, I think it's pretty likely.
Apparition's Apparition's one of those players that when you watch him, like over the course of a few games, you really kind of, it makes you sad. And I'll tell you, what I mean is, it's a player that could be so good, but it just doesn't put forth the effort. You know what I mean? It's just one of those stories, and it's one of those stories that, yeah, I mean, what do I have to play for? Why should I care to get better? And I hear that side of the argument, which is where it does come from for him. But he's a young player. He's got a shitload of talent. He could have basically could be the Zorak War of like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Put it that way. If that gives y'all any indication of how good Apparition actually is, because Zorak War showed up recently, made a big splash. Apparition could have had that chance, and it still could, but just doesn't really play the games. So what are you predicting here for our finals? We got probably Chance versus Rafa.
Yeah, and for the winner bracket. Chance is looking really dominant there, and I think this map pool seems to really suit him against Zorak. So I think there's a pretty good chance it could be a good chance it's going to be a Chance Rafa grand final. But yeah, I mean, I'm never prepared to completely rule out Zorak Wars.
This is just Zorak War in general. You can't just rule them out.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow.
Sorry? Oh, wait.
Thanks for the follow.
Yep.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Took a second to process.
Morbane, Dream is looking for you. Just gonna do some quick adminning. And
so, now the Doom 4 trailers at E3 came out quite recently.
yeah,
That's looking... I don't know, I wasn't very excited for it, and I'm still trying to keep my hopes down, but it looks like it has some potential in there.
I love the way you started that whole phrase. Like, I'm really trying not to get my hopes up, but it looks good. That was great.
Yeah, I was underwhelmed by the single player trailer.
What's
Because
funny is I
it
only watched the multiplayer one.
Yeah. Well, and it didn't really, it wasn't enough information to say, yeah, this is going to be a really exciting competitive game. But it would be cool to see some, tournaments and some money in it.
Okay. My Quake is being pretty weird right now.
Yeah, the match browser, I think some people were saying in IRC that it's just kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But this is Quake.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so just typing away here, guys, because I'm just trying to sort everything. Do you have a server for Rafa and Apparition? Because my match browser won't even let me find them right now. I can't even open up friends stuff.
What's the command to get the IP address?
Server, current server. Like CL current server or something.
Yep.
Give that to me in IRC, then we can join it. Why are you guys searching for mouse settings in chat? Like, what? Cool, got it. Can you give me just the full URL though? Because that's not actually working.
Wait, it isn't?
No.
That should...
Can you give me just like the full URL?
You
can get it by just clicking the little friends icon and then...
Oh, right, yep.
I can just join off that.
Oh wait.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. I was about to play some epic elevator music here, but I will spare everyone. It's like wait music, you know? You get the point. Gonna be 2 minutes left of a very similar score, but a very different map. So Apparition gonna go down, looks like 0-2. And to those of you who are saying Rafa and Chance aren't playing, it's Rafa Apparition, I know. I'm just gonna leave the overlay like this. Just take it easy, bro. Just relax. It's cool. It'll come.
Yeah. And this will be a really fun game to watch.
Yes.
So
this
best of
will be,
3.
1 minute.
Winner bracket. Final. You were gonna say, sorry? Best of 3.
Best of 3. If we get to see a Lost World here, which I think is pretty likely, that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what these guys are going to drop out here, to be honest, against one another between Chance and Rafa.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both like hectic. Lost World.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw. I mean, they might actually want to play Elder against each other, just to kind of.
I don't think so.
It's a bit of a wild card.
Elder's like the map that gets left for like decider purposes. Like Elder, I feel bad for Elder sometimes because it really is that map that's like, oh, you didn't drop it? Well, I didn't drop it either. Okay, we'll play it as a third map. Like that's what Elder feels like to me a lot of the time. It's like just kind of like that redheaded stepchild that, yeah, you gotta love it every once in a while. That's a horrible thing to say.
It'll be interesting to see it at QuakeCon.
Yeah.
If people actually play it.
With well, QuakeCon is a pick environment.
Oh wow! So yeah, we'll see it get forced by players like Zorak probably.
All right. So yeah, I was just telling Rafa there we're gonna need another server here because of Chance.
Speak of the devil.
Did he just show up?
Loading onto Elder here. Sorry?
Oh no, you were
I
saying
mean,
Speak of the Devil Elder.
Elder.
Okay, I thought you were saying Speak of the Devil Chance. I'm like, he got in.
No.
All right. Okay, Rafa even gonna disconnect there, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, and the server browser looks like it's being a little bit more responsive.
That's good.
Oh yeah, and Chances in the server.
Excellent. Where is he? Well, password is super hard and strong to guess. Don't even try, you guys. Don't even try to break into this server. I'll tell you what.
I don't even. I must still be. Yeah, I didn't
Shut
even
up,
have to
Phylum.
type the password. 'Cause it
Shut
was
up!
Like,
God damn it, Phylum.
oh shit.
The light bulb just went on over Phylum's head. He's like, oh.
I just assume like, because you know, if you join a passworded server and then don't set a new password and then rejoin another server, it like remembers the old password. No, maybe.
So no, I'm just reading some IRC here.
Ah yeah, I just let people know before that there were some server browser problems. And some fantastic Windows bashing here.
Yeah, I saw Windows 10 and I just like immediately closed my chat again. I'm like, I'm not even gonna get involved in this right now. Not even gonna try.
Oh.
Windows 10 bashing. It's free Windows.
That is the password to the server that we are going to go to.
Yep. Should I just announce that on stream while I'm on a roll?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be very helpful. Thank you. There it is.
Fantastic.
Absolutely sensational. Working on our adverbs and adjectives here. Some top quality casting. What's a synonym for top quality? Pristine. No, wait. Prestige? Most prestigious? Is most prestigious even proper English?
Pristine's okay.
Pristine. You're like, just go back to the first one you did.
Yeah.
It's just shut
Don't
up.
overcomplicate it.
Well, right on. I love how they gave you. Oh wait, there. I didn't see it. I thought they gave you ref and not me. And I was like, oh, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be drop.
Drop.
Drop. Rafa gonna have to toss first. Fat face, I am not sponsored by Microsoft. Do you have any idea how big this game prize pool would be if I was sponsored by Microsoft? Like, holy fucking jeez, man. Can you imagine?
Wait. Does he get to... What? Chance seems to know what he means, but like...
Right,
yep.
He's like passing the toss, like basically, if you win the coin toss, you can either do it, you can drop the map, or you can make your opponent drop the map.
Yeah.
I just his verbiage was odd there. What did he say? Defer
with an I.
Okay, so I wasn't completely crazy in thinking that didn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Difer.
Just took a second to...
Difer.
Right,
minus
Rafa...
D7, minus Sinister. Don't like stoked on the server. Okay. Yeah, thank you for asking, Chance, because I didn't want to, because what the hell?
Nice bit of drama here. Rafa, of course. It's the center of all the drama at the moment.
It will indeed be
Wow.
on stream, if only briefly. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
There's a really. I think I should let him go into this. It's just the drama's just unfolding before our eyes. There's a really funny thing about when you do something on stream as a streamer, and then you draw attention to it by saying, "Whoops, shouldn't have done that," or even as like a player who's being streamed. What people don't realize is if you don't draw attention to it, no one notices.
Yeah,
Like
pretty much.
99% of people are never going to notice what just happened. Of course, I'm sitting here with the chat completely open, but you know, it's whatever. So we're back to dropping. I think Chance is gonna minus Elder, and I think we're
That
gonna
would be the
be
best
yeah, choose Elder.
I think that must...
What? Wait, is he
Either
able,
he's
is he able to
fucking
choose?
around... No. Wow, so he actually wants to choose Elder. So maybe... Alright, so he's going to drop Hectic, and that's actually an interesting choice. That's not one I necessarily would have predicted.
I would have. Against
guess-
Rafa?
yeah,
Rafa's
Rafa-
amazing
Rafa-
at Hectic.
That's true.
The player we were talking about before taking that amazing comeback against DKT was 0-4. 0-4 is kind of Rafa's mentor in a way, people say. I think it's kind of the wrong word that gets tossed around, but
Alright, and so it's going to be Aerowalk, Elder, and then Lost World as the decider, and that's actually
Lost
a
World
pretty...
is a decider, nice.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to see that. That's probably the most exciting map to me. Although I haven't really seen Elder played very much between high-level players. Like, I haven't been keeping up with the European scene, so...
They haven't really been playing it very much.
Yeah, I imagine it just gets dropped a lot.
But we'll see here. Who do you want to be on Phylum? I gotta take a quick AFK, just to...
I reckon, well, this was Rafa's choice. We'll see what he can do off the start.
prepare to fight.
Follow Killer on. Gonna be on Rafa. This is winner bracket finals. Best of 3, map 1.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Alright, and it's Rafa with the Mega Health spawn. He'll be really happy with this. Oh, he's gonna rush straight up, get the red as well. Fantastic. Easy start there. Plays it very aggressively, and... both players have a bit of an exchange of damage. Rafa acknowledging kind of the cheekiness of that rail angle from Chance there. And now, the Ziolama's gonna come up, Rafa's in position for it. Chance doesn't really want to push in, and... There we go, it's gone over to Rafa. It's going to give away the red, or position on the red at least, but he's going to be in the better situation for that Mega. Or not, actually giving it up. Just focusing on damage, which he doesn't really hit, so off that start, Rafa taking everything, and then losing everything, and now it'll be interesting to see if he somehow manages to turn this back around into taking everything. But yeah, he definitely doesn't have the stack to stick around at this red. Manages to stealth around onto that yellow. It's really smart. And now he's just kind of got to keep his head fairly low. Again, he wants to look for damage on this Mega. He's not going to be able to hit much. No, again, not even going to that red armor side of the map. He's just focusing on his defensive game, on making sure he can take the yellow armor. But Chance is going to have a lot of freedom here to look for a shot onto it. Fantastic play there from Rafa to drive Chance back. And yeah, now there's nothing on the map. This is a really dangerous time for Rafa. It's Chance with a huge stack. And, I mean, Rafa hits 2 rails there, but he takes one in return, and eating that 1 rail puts him weaker than Chance is after he hit 2 onto him, so... but yeah, I mean, definitely needing to do something. Wow. that fight leaves Rafa so low, and he has absolutely no armor. A rail would finish him. He's dealing so much damage to Chance, just completely out of nowhere. Now it's Rafa in the position. He doesn't have the stack though, and finally, Chance able to chase down that first frag. It felt like Rafa was able to just... he played defensively with basically nothing for 2 minutes there. I mean, it's not quite Cypher, but it's pretty amazing play, especially on an Aerowalk. But now that this first frag's come out, you know, we're gonna probably see a few conversions. Nice rail there from Rafa,
Ooh,
and
excellent
Chance
rail.
will go down, so... Yeah,
Maybe
great
he'll get the
pickup.
red, though. I think he expected to die almost, just with the way he fell down.
Yeah, I mean, he picked it up, and it's better to die there in a sense, because otherwise you get stuck playing with, you know, 9 HP. You're not really sure if you should just die or try and stack back up.
Nice, gonna steal the Mega. He's got the right weapon to punish this.
And that was a really nice steal.
Chance really can't challenge this, but he's gonna be okay. The health level's gonna make him go in for it, but he's gonna be late for the rail shot. Oh, good bounce. Yeah, that second bounce, or that first bounce made him get the second rocket, but it's not gonna matter. Rafa's gonna take the yellow as a reward and probably get this conversion.
Yeah, he really wanted to push in there for some reason. I mean, he hit some really great damage from nothing. You know, that was a great opportunity to just kind of take it and say that was free damage.
This is big. Both items up, both players at 100 health. Rafa gonna hit an amazing rail to deny Chance that first jump, and Chance gonna miss his second jump. Rafa's just gonna say, screw it, I'm gonna rocket jump up and get it, and you're gonna be out of armor. We'll deny this, but he's going down for sure. That shaft was amazing. 43% currently for Rafa on shaft, 60 rail.
Yeah, it's incredible aiming.
Good to see. He's getting informed for QuakeCon.
Definitely. And yeah, he's going to be a scary opponent for anyone if he's playing in this kind of form.
There is no arrow walk in QuakeCon, but still.
It's the idea.
Chance can't get away. 6-4. Oh, and Rafa's like, yeah, I know when that red's coming. I'm gonna go deny everything. And he doesn't even care about losing armor here because, boom.
Yeah, because the fight was all about that red, and I mean, he doesn't have a lot to play with, but he knows he has time to either deny that yellow or maybe even pick it up.
He's gonna pick it up for sure. Does take a rail, 2 rails actually getting that, so he's not gonna be too healthy, but the desperation though from Chance after that happens is real, you know. And where is he spawn?
Yeah, really smart to just kind of play that slow and slink out over the other
Oh, he's
side.
gonna risk everything on a rocket fight. Only hits one.
That
of
was
them.
actually really close.
Poor placement.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a risk.
It was a good risk. It's just poor rocket placement in the end. Rafa's really careful when he takes rocket fights, I've noticed. Gonna slink away, get himself some bubbles here, and he's probably gonna get rushed. Yep.
Oh, that direct rocket though.
Yeah, but he's so low. I mean, he can't do anything. And those bubbles actually that I was saying is gonna slink away to, they actually weren't up for him.
Yeah, it's important to have a feel for when those are around.
What is he on? 30. Okay, I'm on a chance right now. 60, 75. Both major items again are going to be simultaneously spawning. He's going to be able to boost himself up soon. Yo, nice. He can push on to Mega. And he can be in time to get this punishment on the red. Oh, but he just chooses to rocket instead of a rail. Rafa kind of took a weird exit path there. I think it kind of threw Chance's game off with his weapon choice.
Oh no, the rail. Oh, that was weird weapon selection there. I mean, Rafa just punished it by having the LG out, and can Chance finish off this frag? 1 HP.
Good deny. And again, we're in a similar situation, but it's going to be reversed of
Yeah.
Rafa gonna get the kill on him this time.
The crazy thing though is that, like, Rafa spawning down at those stairs near Mega, if he'd have spammed up towards the LG with the machine gun, he could have actually fragged Chance there.
Impressive.
Yeah, just great, like, play off the spawn. Exactly what he needs to do to make sure that he has a confident lead. Yeah, Rafa's aim is definitely on here. I would have liked to see a bit of a delay between that Red and Mega, but again, I don't think it's going to be particularly significant here. With 2 minutes to go, Chance is looking pretty desperate and pretty broken. Chance has actually done pretty well to get himself in between Rafa and, well, everything on the map here, but I mean, Rafa picks up the item, goes for a shot, he doesn't hit it, he's still got the stack advantage, it doesn't matter, and picks up the frag onto Chance. He has all the time in the world to get over to this yellow armor. Chance knows that he needs to get a frag right now if he wants any remote chance of coming back in this, but I mean, with a minute and a half to go, this game is well and truly over.
Yeah, just constant punishment with LG here, almost all game. His LG, I believe, is dropped down a bit, but still, he's done the work. It's 18-5, and it's That's gonna be first map there for Rafa, most definitely, and it's gonna go on to Cure. It's just Chance's pick.
Elder.
I'm sorry, I meant to say Elder. The Cure, the key to Cure. Damn it, there's an Elder key joke in there somewhere. It's not coming to me, Phylum. Not coming to me.
Oh yeah, of course. Elder. For anyone who hasn't, who I guess has been living under a rock, a Quake rock. Has a new item. I think all of Quake lives under a rock.
No, it's not just. It's a Quake rock. It's not just a rock. Where do you have a spare key, Phylum, that you can get into your house with in case you lock yourself out? I put mine under my Quake rock outside the door.
True story. I only have one key to my house.
That's probably a good thing.
Maybe.
Yeah. How often do you lose your wallet?
Well, yeah, exactly. If I lose my wallet, I've got bigger worries than just my key.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you lose things often. If not, then you're probably fine.
Yeah.
How to organize your life, guys. 101 on Flair TV. What are you gonna say?
This map has a new item for anyone who hasn't seen it. In the golden key, it's going to open a door up in the middle of the map. You'll figure out how it works. It's pretty... I mean, it's not exactly rocket science, but it's
just watched it on stream off Chance, who I'm still currently on. He's going to get yellow. LG is going to rush key immediately. Nope. Chooses for the red. It's going to be a fight for the key
here, and he definitely does.
Takes a bit of damage for his trouble, but it's not going to matter too much. Another interesting tidbit about this map is Rail does not spawn until the 2-minute mark. It is not available.
Interesting trap there from Chance. He's going to leave himself pretty low for this red, but he knows he has time.
He also knows Rafa has nothing to punish him with. I'm pretty sure Rafa doesn't have LG, does he?
I don't think so. So yeah, it's going to be Chance focusing on kind of denying that, maintaining his position in the middle of the map, and there we can see the golden key door.
And those little buttons there, they open up different parts of the map. That one that he just took, just pushed there to his left, it'll open up the middle of the map. Make it easier to punish this red pickup as you're getting Mega, but Rafa's going to steal it away anyways. And still a minute to go. The rail is actually below Chance, and neither player can actually get to it, as Chance is going to great damage for this first kill.
And
there's a sneak angle.
Now the middle of this map's open, Chance can really get in to punish this yellow pickup.
Really get in the sacrifice. I don't think he... Sorry to interrupt you. I don't think he estimated the stack very well there.
No. Well, I certainly felt like it was in Chance's favor too, so... Yeah, really interesting.
3 quick bolts gonna mop up Chance there, and as you can see, the key remains in your possession until you die, and then it immediately spawns again where its resting point is, right here on Rafa, and Rafa's just gonna back up, get himself over to this rail area here, I believe, and he could even go try to deny this red. He doesn't really need to get the rail right now.
It's a bit weird to stay over this side of the map so long. I mean, it is nice to pick up that rail as early as possible, but wow. That is just absolutely crazy there.
And he's got a choice. He's got to either keep going and denying these items, which he's going to do. He's going to be late, though, to punish both the Mega and the yellow pickup, so he's outstacked. Both players should be heading over towards this area here. Real is right below Rafa. Is Chance going to go get one first? Nope, he's going to get another red. And now he's going to feel comfortable to take this fight.
Yeah, I mean, Rafa did pretty well there to maintain position on the rail side of the map. I feel like his intention was to just make sure that he could do damage onto Chance, like when he went for rail, but it didn't really happen.
Oh, he ends up losing Mega and the yellow for it, and oh my god.
The room from Chance is incredible. I mean, Rafa just didn't predict it.
Not only that, do you see the amount of lava damage he took?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, he jumped back into the lava rather than out, and he's absolutely devastated.
He really wanted that yellow as well, and with the rail advantage in Chance's favor, it's going to be pretty easy for him to go and select this, secure this key, and he doesn't even need to go for the red right now. He can just go straight for this kill.
Needs to watch out for the plasma damage though. But yeah, even if he takes... It was a lot of damage, but he's got the red to fall back on. Mega's coming up. I mean, he's not going to be very worried here. Rafa though will have that rail now, and immediately hits that shot.
He has no armor though, and he cannot go through that door.
Yeah, and that's really great by Chance to use the key to his advantage there.
I like the rotation around of this yellow before he gets the Mega, and he'll be in time for red. Definitely. Yeah. I was gonna say, even if Rafa spawned LG, which is the ideal spawn for him, he's wow. He knows it's the ideal spawn for him. He's like, this is the one weapon that I can use. And Chance is gonna go, what the? Chance, you did not just take 1,000 damage because of the mouse being frozen. And Rafa says it's totally fine, dude. That $101 prize is as good as mine.
Yeah, he's not going to get phased by these technical timeouts.
Technical difficulties. And actually, it's a bit of another $15 donation, so it's going to be $105 for first place, $55 for second, and $30 for third. Or, sorry, I'll work this out later in my head, but we got another $50 donation, so it's going to be $190, guys, for the total prize. Thank you to all of our donators. 420 in. 4-2 with
about to say that.
Zero chance that Chance cannot get through this door because he has the key to this map.
Yeah, I was going to say, this map at the moment is looking like all Chance.
Oh, the puns are so... Did you happen to catch any of the 0-4 games that we had last Duel Cup?
Was that the one where that guy
0-4 was 0-4 against 0-4's Black?
Wow.
Yo, yeah, believe me, I had fun with that one. I think I drove Ray completely insane, but I had a good time. It's gonna be red and Mega at the same time, and Chances doesn't want to leave this red. Like, he wants to go get this Mega, but he knows Rafa's coming, and he misses both of his shots.
Yes, I mean, I don't know how we could miss both of those, to be honest. It's really unfortunate. But Chance should be able to get the position at this yellow. This is nice. Wow, and I don't know why Rafa would want to come around that corner. It's just asking to take a lot of damage. There's not a lot to gain from it. Coming out around that corner, however, with the lightning gun out, oh, it's exactly what he needed to do. He gets himself really low, but he also picks up the frag. I'm surprised he didn't pick up the frag sooner.
You gonna go check out this Mega? I think he's gonna assume it's gone, and indeed Chance has just picked it up. The red and the yellow that are coming up are kind of similarly positioned in that one player that loses one can go to the other. Jumping for this red is so risky, which is why Rafa did not immediately do it.
Rafa knew Chance was going to be there with that LG. But yeah, the attacking player on this red armor just has so much cover with these pillars. They can be so tricky, and oh, excellent weapon prediction there from Rafa. Like, he knew exactly what Chance was going to do.
Sounds like he's going to lose Mega, perhaps. But if Chance is... No, okay. I was going to say, if Chance is there, he's going to die again, so it's not going to matter. Rafa is just going to pick it up cleanly. Chance had to skirt all the way around the map the long way. He will have himself a rail, an LG, and probably now about 20 armor, but... Seems to... Oh, that spam! I didn't even think about that. It's not going to really amount to much in the end as he goes down for a 5-4 lead on Rafa. But that grenade spam comes out right at that teleporter exit.
Yeah, it's a really nice angle. I haven't actually seen that myself yet. Rafa looks for Chance to be leaving with such a low stack. Chance, though,
nice rockets.
To just go balls to the wall.
Yeah, those rockets there from Chance gonna deny Rafa the angle he wanted to get onto that. And with Rafa taking up a position onto red, Chance is free to go through teleporter. That teleporter exits out towards the door of no entry, towards the player lacking the key. And this should be a frag for Rafa. Does not connect.
Yeah, just somehow manages to pull his rail. Everything's up at a pretty similar time here. And Chance, if he can hit a rail for free right now, that would be absolutely perfect.
But he doesn't have a rail. Sitting on Mega currently. He's 160-50. See if he's going to loop back around to red to check. Yeah, indeed, he knows it's gone now. He needs more shaft ammo, and he can just immediately turn around if he wants to go back to his yellow. I'm going to switch back over to Rafa, who's currently just sitting at the other yellow, positioning himself on the red.
I'm surprised he stayed
Oh, what a whiff!
Oh my god. Wow. Rafa making me not feel quite so bad about my aim there.
Making up for it though. Chance will win himself Mega. Especially with this drop down here from Rafa, which is again very unfortunate. And that drop down, ooh, hold up.
Wow,
Punishing.
Rafa lets Chance through the door.
Oh, but the defensive direct leaves him below 20 health. Rafa gonna miss his jump again to red.
I think that was a deliberate. Well,
It's possible the way he faded away. Yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
It looked like, I mean, he was scared
got him
and
cornered.
respectful.
No, that's gonna be 6-4 with a minute remaining. Rafa going to take the stairs of no to hang. If you don't get that reference, youtube.com/duelcup. Pretty funny incident there from last Duel Cup between Zorak and Dehang, but right now, Rafa's up 2 frags against Chance, and map number 2.
Yeah, and Chance just walks straight into him there. And there we go, that's going to be Rafa up 2-0.
Taking it 2-0.
Yeah, and so Rafa winning that upper bracket.
Oh,
So we're gonna
apparently
do
it
that
didn't
in the lower
update the
bracket
first
now,
time there.
which-
So yeah, that was the second map there, guys. 2-0. For some reason my Quake doesn't want to work, OBS doesn't want to work.
Yeah.
What were you gonna
and
say?
We're pretty close. We're pretty close in this lower bracket too. It looks like Zorak and Twitch should be playing right now.
Okay. Yeah, indeed. Looks like Zorak War's 3 frags up. I'm going to join the game right now. Five minutes in, we are on none other than Elder here,
Ah, fantastic.
which I know Zorak War enjoys playing to a certain degree, and I'm not so sure about Twitch, who I am currently spectating. Nice direct there from him. Looks like he's about to go down though here. Oh my god.
And
Roofles indeed, Twitch. That was just like a stupid drop down shot. Not stupid of Zorak to do, but just like, what the heck was that we just witnessed? Regardless, Zorak is, the calculator is in full effect, I believe, here.
yeah, it looks like a pretty scary cycle.
Yeah. He's even gonna get himself over to this other yellow just to check it in time. And he's gonna see that it's not taken, gonna get himself back over to his other yellow. And even if Twitch is here, Zorak will be happy.
Yeah, Twitch is probably dead. I mean, I feel like Zorak should have taken a bit more damage there. Like, Twitch's rocket's just not quite on point. If someone's gonna rush you in a corridor like that and hit you with rockets, you need to hit fucking directs back in their face.
Zorak War, worst rockets in A.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god, this delay.
2 rails, impressive.
What's that?
The delay on this yellow here,
Oh,
just
yeah,
to keep his fantastic cycle. Like, I just can't believe it. I mean, I don't remember the last time I saw anyone in Australia delay an item pickup.
Really? Heck, even I do that. Can Zorak get the kill before Mega? Of course. And that's even going to be Twitch 6 to -1. 2 minutes remaining, and I don't... What's like the spawn kill run you've seen here? I've only actually ever seen 2.
Yeah, I mean, because the player spawning usually, can get a gun really easily. Like, a lot of spawns are on that rocket side of the map, and it's easy to get that.
There's
So,
not a lot of
yeah,
like
it's hard to
spamming ones like arrow walk. You don't have a lot of those setup shots to get the conversions like you do.
I'm sure
other maps.
there probably are a few angles that people haven't quite figured out yet.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, this map has a lot of like 90-degree turns and stuff, angles that just don't really favor spawn frags. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be like some movement tricks where, there's a certain spot you can stand to frag someone and then drop down and shoot a rocket through some like one of those windows just beside of Zorak there. I don't know where the spawn is quite down there, and I haven't seen people really go for the spam on it, but
1 minute.
like I'm
warning.
sure it's there.
Yeah. Zorak War is being extremely robotic right now.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got this game won. It's time to practice his timing.
He does indeed have this game won. These are best of ones. Those of you who watched the House of Quake earlier, our Division 2 finals, rock on. You're awesome for TDM watching. Those of you who didn't, you're still awesome for watching Duel Cup. But what I was going to say is the same thing I said during House of Quake, which I could go on and on and on about how I was going to make this overlay and do this, that, and the other. As Twitch gets himself out of the negatives. But I'd rather just have y'all roll your eyes at me as I tell you that the overlays are perfect. So we'll do that. Where am I going with this story? Nowhere. Phylum, save me.
I'll just let you keep fooling as we...
Thanks.
Yeah, that's 1-1 in this best of one.
You ever get the feeling when you're casting sometimes that you're reading out of a Dr. Seuss book? You know what I'm saying?
I can't say that I have any idea what you're talking about.
You know, Dr. Seuss, man.
Oh
You
no,
know,
I know Dr. Seuss.
In Dr. Seuss, like, you know, tongue twisters and whatnot.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't say that I
1-1 at the end of this best of one, and that's going to mean that the one who won progresses on. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm alone in this world. So
Alright, so it's going to be Zorak v Apparition now.
Yep.
The winner of that going on to play Chance, and the winner of that going on to face Rafa in the grand final. And the grand final is two best of threes.
Grand final is 2 best of 3s for the player in the lower bracket. The player in the upper bracket only has to win 1 best of 3. That is another reason why I changed it to drop as well, because doing a pick situation where if the upper bracket player wins the coin toss, they can then pick a map that is potentially impossible for the lower bracket player to beat them on. So drop made a lot more sense with the format that we have going. I just completely kind of talked circles around your answer there. But yeah, 2 best of 3s for grand final. Dr. Quinn over Dr. Seuss, Tail Whipper says. See you later, Lupin. Sorry for the buffering, man. YouTube.com/DuelCup. I already know you know, but for those who don't, if you're having any issues with stream, everything does end up on YouTube. Kind of just waiting to see where Zorak ends up here.
So House of Quake, the TDM season has finished now?
TDM season has finished, officially, because the... bring it up here so I make sure I don't mistalk myself, but the Division 1 stuff has concluded. I apologize missing the end of those games. Averagers is going to win, though, with 12 points. 102 with 9 points is tied with Wrecked. Then we have Unknown, aka Meltdown, tied with Infernal Gamers for with 6 points. And then our Division 2, we had, well, I won't spoil it, but we had Pac-Man and Last Pick today tied with 6 points each, and that can be viewed on the channel here now afterwards. And Zorak has invited me.
That's really... I mean, were you expecting Averagers to win over Deliberate Murder?
I was expecting Unknown to do a lot better than they did. As far as Averagers winning, I'm not too surprised. 102, it's not that they've been doing poorly by any means, but it's just they just haven't not been the Deliberate Murder that I don't know, I guess I saw last season.
So do you think Averagers maybe are the favourite for QuakeCon TDM now?
Nope.
you still think Deliberate Murder, or
nope? Never thought Deliberate Murder. Actually, I am rooting Unknown, aka Meltdown, all the way.
Yeah,
all the way. Like too many of my favorite players are in there for me not to want
definitely.
it. You got Talks, you got Zyrings, You've got Lincoln wins. Like, you've got one of the most amazing duos playing on a team of 4 with 2 other extremely capable players.
Although, mind you, yeah. I mean, I do get excited. Like, it's good to see averages winning. Noctis doing Australia proud.
Noctis is the best Australian Quake player ever. Anyone who says differently can eat it. Australia for life. Go Noctis.
Prepare
We
to
just
fight.
confused people, and I'm proud of it. I just have a smile on my face as we get into this.
Yeah, only ESReality veterans will get that.
Fight.
Off on Apparition here.
Wow. Interesting spawn there. With the red getting left up for so long, but at the end of the day, it's pretty balanced. Apparition will want a lightning gun.
Ooh, he's gonna go get it really quick here, and yeah, he should not wait around for this yellow, and Zorak is just on autopilot going for this yellow, though. Yeah, that was actually humorous. That was
But the
humorous
drop
how
from Apparition.
autopilot that was. Didn't even think my opponent might be around this corner. Zorak War is yellow is coming in 5 seconds. I will be there in 4.8 seconds. That's the way Zorak War's brain works.
And it's unfortunate that Apparition then just kind of jumped into Zorak for no reason there.
Yep.
Because
He
that's
left
gonna
extremely low.
it's gonna mean Zorak has a lot of freedom at the start of this map, and I mean, if people can start to get comfortable on DM13, then it can get pretty scary to come back unless you're an experienced Lost World player. Somehow, though, Apparition, just using that position in the lightning gun, you know, it makes it look so easy. Oh no. Oh no, the plasma. You have to respect that plasma, but oh my god. This is such a messy start to the game.
How we roll. A little bit of lag there from Apparition. Is that me, or is he just like chopping a little bit?
Everything's always warping for me because I'm connecting from Australia, so I
Bad.
can't really comment.
But it will be 3-2, 2 minutes in. This Mega's gonna go to him. He'll be able to secure out. Well, I would have liked to see him go over to the yellow, but this is fine too. He should be able to secure the red without too many problems. Zorak's gonna know he's there, and if Zorak is on autopilot, he's gonna drop. Which he
Yeah,
does.
see, I would have liked to see Apparition standing a bit further forward there, actually, to discourage Zorak from dropping.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Make your presence
it looked
known,
like,
you know?
Yeah, it looked like he was setting up the trap there, and that's, you know, basically what he did. The only problem was he had no stack.
No.
And, I mean, you have to expect, you know, you can't be surprised when Zorak was swan dives in at the last second and grabs the item mid-fight.
Good LG from Zorak here. Gonna win himself Mega and just gonna autopilot. I know I keep using that phrase, but it's true. Himself back over to red. Hit a direct rocket on the Apparition, who's probably going, what the heck just happened to me?
Yeah. Apparition can afford to wait here for a while, actually. There's no rush. There really wasn't. The longer he waits, the more was up on the map for him. He can still...
Oh, Zorak down to 16 health. Grabs the 50 armor, though. I'm gonna switch back over to Apparition here.
Yeah, and that was actually a really good encounter. Like, Apparition really put the pressure on Zorak was there to get over to the yellow. Managed to hit some decent damage in the process. It's unfortunate that he isn't able to grab one of these items. Like, he could have easily dropped down the Mega and then rocket jumped away.
I think that's just the calculator winning against him right now.
Well, yeah,
Calculator being
he has a
Zorak,
lot
great
of-
direct.
He has a lot of respect for the precise microsecond timing that Zorak pulls out.
I'm not even so sure if it's that or if he just lacks the same, and he didn't really know that he could do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And especially, like, you want to have the second timing to make a play like that.
Ooh, this is so risky. He has to hit. No, he can't even if he had hit the next 2 shotgun blasts directly, Zorak War would not have died. So, this is going to be a monster stack here for Zorak to work with in the second half. Already a frag up.
Yeah, Apparition's got himself in a good position, but... Now, Apparition, yeah, I like this, going straight down to the red. to be careful of where Zorak Wars comes from. Zorak Wars goes to the perfect place to make Apparition feel uncomfortable. Apparition's just going to back away and try and get onto the Mega. Mega's gone. And
I like the
now
choice better
Apparition's
to go
gonna
for
take-
this red.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage on the exit though.
Nice. Chooses a good time. He waits. Here's the plasma, 'cause that's what killed him last time. As soon as he hears the bolt stop, he goes out. Worst case scenario, he takes one more bolt. The Zorak War is switching weapons, so that person's able to get away clean, but I don't think someone's gonna die here soon.
Yeah, that was nice shaft from Apparition. Like, just really great control while he was turning, and
Oh, unfortunate that rocket just hits the lip there instead of it would have crushed Zorak directly on the red. And
yeah.
that person's gonna have mega time. Zorak is out of LG.
If Apparition had had one more rocket, again, he could have, you know, bounced himself away there. Again, Zorak ran out of that LG. That was pretty weird from both players.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
has
it's a
replenished
pretty-
his, and the fact that Apparition's going back in must mean that he was out too, which is going to grant Zorak a clean red.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to concern Apparition so much. Like, given what just happened, it's not the worst outcome, but that is.
Worst possible outcome. What's the worst that could happen to me? My opponent could hit a direct in my face. What's the solution? Hit one back. Doesn't quite
Yeah,
pan
it's-
out, but that's what he did.
Oh, and this is going to be so dangerous. He wants this rocket launcher to damage the red, but it's not worth giving up a frag over.
And you think even the damage he already gave up is gonna hurt him, because he can't... Where can he go now, you know?
Yeah, he's just going to have to play defensively, and it's exactly what he tries to do at this lightning gun yellow.
Pretty
Nice use of
unfortunate
machine gun there.
going against
I-
somebody
you
who has
know-
such perfect timing without having good timing of your own, because you kind of just run into him accidentally sometimes, which is kind. I think this is what we're seeing over and over here. Few unlucky cracks there against Apparition's skull with Zorak's rockets. Sure, you know, it wasn't all completely planned, but last few frags have definitely just been Apparition wanting items and armor, and Zorak War just knowing when they're going to be up in the order they're coming in, and Apparition can't do anything. Phylum, you're broadcasting, but I can't hear you, dude.
I shouldn't be.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good. Don't worry, you're good now.
Yeah, I don't know, it just seems to like...
It's just light. You just light up my world. My mumble is all lit up because of you, Phylum.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I can't hear
constantly
anything.
lit up
I just see it. you're fine. It's gonna be Zorak War with 2.5 minutes left. Gonna get himself another mega. 6 frags the difference now. I don't see it happening. If it's going to happen, it has to be off of plays like this. Maybe a couple lava baths for Zorak War for Apparition to be able to take this map away from him, but it's looking like Zorak's going to progress towards the lower bracket finals to play against Chance.
But yeah, Zorak did such a good job there. Like, he waited as long as he could, just burned off as much time as possible, and that's just such nice play. Because lots of players, you know, they will try and rush through there. They don't realize that if they, you know, not doing anything, basically, they can win themselves the game or secure the game a lot better. And there we go, finally, a nice play on that Mega with the rocket jump exit, but it's the rocket from Zorak that's going to be the most important thing. Oh no, the failed rocket jump. That's so
Story
sad
of this
for
map,
Apparition.
yeah.
One-minute warning.
So we got low bracket final. It's a best of 3 because it's the lower bracket final. Her. How it is not impressive.
thank you for the follow, but it's not impressive. I just double talked myself. Yo, San Klai. It was almost less impressive than my attempts to pronounce your name, which I again graciously thank you for letting me do. We got Zorak War versus Champs coming up, though, lower bracket best of 3, and then we have the victor of that. Victor of Zorak War and Champs will play Rafa in the grand finals, which is 2 best of 3s, assuming that the upper bracket player of Rafa does not win the first one. Apparition going to call out GG. This map will run its course here. It was a decent DM13, just kind of a few unfortunate series of events, and a loss for Apparition in the end.
Yeah, I mean, Apparition just made, you know, a few silly mistakes, a few silly calls, and they cost him a lot, really. Like, a couple of small situations made some really big differences, and just some uncertainty with timings. I mean, the difference in timing ability was a really definitive thing there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's unfortunate to see a player go down for that, but...
The TI Zorak War 47 is real. It's an excellent calculator. It's an excellent. Very few people will get that joke. Thanks for following, liking me. Almost less people will get that joke. You know who would get that joke? There's this, you would probably know him, Phylum. There's this Australian named Noctis. I bet he would get that joke.
You know, I do know Noctis. I go down the pub with him all the time.
Guys, Zorak, or me and Phylum are totally trolling you right now. There's an old troll of Noctis being Australian, and while I
Vote now.
assume he 100% is, he's actually Austrian.
Vote passed.
Yeah, when you put like when you put flags in ES Reality, you do flag AU for Austrian, but it actually is Australian.
Yeah. So here come our drops.
Alright, getting rid of Sinister off the bat, and that is always a good call against
Zorak
Wars.
Oh, look at this! Look at the change, because we had this matchup not too long ago. This was one of our semifinals, and if you recall, Zorak War dropped a DM13 and Chance dropped Sinister. Zorak War is going to opt to drop out Arrow, which was a map that Chance crushed him on, and Chance is going to drop out their last Decider, which is going to be T7. Zorak War is going to get rid of Hectic, so Zorak War has eliminated both maps that he just got wrecked on, because, well, smartly so. And I feel like Zorak War is going to place his bets on Chance picking Elder. I think he wants him to pick Elder.
Yeah, I think Chance is going to be making a really strong effort to pick the map that would otherwise be the decider, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get into Zorak War's head and like not letting him have that, because Zorak Wars, I think, would be happy to play Elder, and of course picking DM13.
DM13. It was an obvious one.
Yeah, although we have seen Zorak Wars take this off of him before, so...
And you know what's funny? The way that these maps just panned out, I think that does Chance pick Elder, Zorak War picks ZTN.
Yeah, that would actually be a really interesting pull. I think going from Blood Run to Elder between these two.
Fight.
So,
But anyway,
lower bracket final. Who are we going to be off on? Chance?
Definitely
3,
Chance on Lost World.
2,
And this is going to be to face against Rafa in the grand final.
Yep. Stun Zorak War a bit here. Going to drop and get red Rocket, and Chance probably with one of the worst spawns, because you have to make a decision of where to go safely. And he has unfortunately,
Wow.
actually quite fortunately I should say, decided to pause
Such a
the game
nice
here
rocket.
so we can analyze that excellent rocket. Chance's mouse is frozen again, second time this Duel Cup. What's up, Baz,
3,
Monarchy,
2,
Vibration,
1.
everyone else in chat? There's over 150 of you, so I don't think I can name you all, but I appreciate
Damn.
your viewing nonetheless. Yeah, pretty good show out viewer-wise and player-wise. Zorak War just comes in like freaking Batman and takes Chance out for the first kill. What the hell was that?
I didn't even know what angle that was. Like, you could see the way Chance moved his mouse.
That's why he was Batman, dude. He's just like, Chance ducked, like he covered his head as Zorak War dove in. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, just
Excellent. And as I had said before, there's huge jokes about I should pick DM13 against Zorak War, because Zorak War is terrible on DM13. It's amongst players, you know, it's kind of well known. And while it is true, I think he's been practicing it a bit more, and he did defeat Chance the last time they played here. Zorak War actually earning himself a spot in the Grand Finals with a victory on Lost World against Chance. So, kind of interesting. He's gonna launch a direct into Chance's phase. And I've seen, you know, we've seen big momentum shifts on this map, and especially mistakes from a player who's traditionally not known to be very good at this map. So it could change, but I think we're gonna see 3 maps here.
Yeah, it's looking like a really strong start.
Or I'm sorry, not we're gonna see 3 maps here. I think we're definitely gonna have to see Chance come back on Elder, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah, to see a 3rd map.
Yeah, ZTN the decider, Elder the map after this, and Chance, again, he can totally still win this map. It's 2 minutes in here. Zorak War is playing excellent though.
Their Chance is just going to focus on that exit damage, which he doesn't hit much of. Goes for that nice little angle. He doesn't want to stay for this armor. He actually manages to completely destroy Zorak's stack though, and I mean, even if he dies there, he's just completely shut Zorak out of the map. He will get away though, with his life, all the guns still, onto an armor. That's really perfect for Chance. And now Chance with some swan diving of his own. He's going to be quite low, but I mean, I'd be surprised if he didn't get out. But it's the direct rocket from Zorak. Oh, Zorak escapes on 1 HP. Chance just can't hit that like 1 LG bolt he needs, and on 1 HP, Zorak in the back.
Jeez.
Oh my god. But there we go, Chance knew how low he'd gotten him.
Zorak War, the crusher of Chance's dreams. The crusher of 0-4's dreams, last cup. Will he extinguish the only chance that Chance has to get a chance at winning that 1st place prize? Oh my god, Zorak. See, those are the lava baths I was talking about that he needed again, or the Apparition needed Zorak War to take, and Chance is gonna force one out of him. It's so frustrating on this map to take a lava bath. Because you spawn in the middle, you know your opponent was obviously in the middle unless you just walked off the ledge of your own free will, which means that he has so many options to just hit you off the spawn with rockets. There's so many spawns on this map that you can hit, and those are excellent rockets from the worst rockets of NA. And win himself the Mega and probably the Red.
Yeah, but more importantly, it was just like that timing, you know, knowing exactly when it was on, but Chance decides to drop on the Red. Wow, what an aggressive play.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. His first rocket hit the lip, and then with no damage there, it looks like he just said, screw it, I have to do damage, and decided to just drop straight onto Zorak. He does end up taking away that 50 bubble from him, but in the end, is it going to work? Keep MGing, dude. You got this. You got this.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting so close.
So it went from being only 2 shots that Zorak War had to take to die to being 10 shots, and now 15. So it's not looking good. Why are you alive? Let's switch over to Chance, actually. 100-200 now. Gonna pop out kind of in front of Zorak if he hadn't gone for that grenade right away. Zorak, we're likely gonna be above him at this point. That's a very interesting rocket jump.
Yeah, it doesn't really
5-minute war.
do anything except damage himself.
I mean, I can see what he was trying though, like trying to make a nice flat angle so he didn't get LG'd potentially. It made sense. It was a weird way to take it. It kind of bounced it off the wall there.
And we're seeing Chance here taking the perfect position.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get this red. He does not need to get it, actually. He can totally fight this out, and if his LG is a little more on form, he can win it. LG's just way off, though. That was horrible, LG. I hate to say it, nitpick on a player who could mop the floor with me, but that was really bad LG.
Yeah, well, I mean, bad aim is bad aim. You know, it happens to everyone, and it definitely happened there.
Yeah, he's got to go deny this armor now from Zorak, and Zorak's just gonna... He's gonna be able to cut him off, essentially, wherever Chance wants to go. Okay, yeah. Getting that kill is really important. You can't let Zorak War just keep roaching around like that.
Yeah, but more importantly, he got it for free. And oh no!
One more shot.
How?
Just one more shot.
That's incredible.
That's lucky. Oh, look at this trap.
Oh,
He's,
my
I got
God.
your one more shot right here.
The shotgun trap.
Oh, get in there. They're
Oh,
both
no.
spawning shotgun now on each other.
What?
So again,
What is happening?
I think there's a little bit of luck with a lot of what the fuck, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
No,
we're
I
gonna
definitely understand. And there's another lava bar.
Yep. He will win himself a weapon that Chance does not have right now, though.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be really, really vital. But Zorak War wants to just...
Yeah, Chance LOLing, because honestly, the way the items were, Zorak really shouldn't have been there. Not that he was in a position to die, but just going in there was kind of pointless. So I can't really blame Chance at laughing at him.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty weird encounter.
I am the human calculator and Pac-Man Zorak War. I will eat up all the items on the map now. You have exactly 13.4 seconds to live. Take your time. Okay, maybe my...
Yeah, Chance.
Yeah, there's a little
Chance
off there.
looking a
Game
little
worth
bit
it.
broken after that, and he's going to forfeit the game. I mean, I don't think it was quite over, but mentally there, I think Chance just needed to forfeit and say, you know, that was a bit shit.
Yep.
Like, I'm annoyed some of those things happened, and now I just need to take it and bring my A game to the next map.
Oh, this is why I need to have labels made beforehand. You know, I think it's just going to be part of the stream. It'll be a game we play, where you call me out for having the wrong names, you guys in chat. It'll be a nice game we play. Did anyone actually call me out on this one? No one called me out. You all fail. You all win nothing. Me and Phylum win free cars. Woohoo! Map 2.
Nope. Don't want to be in the queue to play.
Do you think... How do you think... Okay, so Chance going down to Rafa on Elder.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I haven't seen...
3,
Well, I think I might have seen Zorak play this,
1.
but
Fight.
I mean, he was in the focus group, so he's maybe had a bit more time to... Although, maybe Chance was as well?
Well, not even so much that. Chance is going to opt to do a play that's... Ironically, Zorak War has talked about how he counters. And he's doing exactly that. And Chance, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Chance spawns at the back of yellow here, near the LG. He grabs the LG, but instead of jumping across for red and then getting the key, he goes,
He goes
yellow
straight
LG
to the-
key.
Yeah.
Zorak War
Yeah,
has talked about more than once about how he can just go with Plasma and completely deny the red pickup, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fairly standard start though, and so maybe it'll just take a little bit longer for people to learn that it's not quite the way to go. Chance, big play there onto the red armor. He's going to give up a second early frag, and it's not a great way to start this map. And wow, yeah, Zorak War's already getting a fantastic cycle on these items. Red and Mega are going to be pretty close. It's not going to be huge because this middle of the map's closed up. Chance can't get there quickly enough. He's going to make a rocket jump again, and he's got himself trapped again. It's a third frag for Zorak. Or it should be. It's close enough. Fantastic timing. And so yeah, with the middle of the map that still closed up, Zorak hasn't been able to chase down. Like, that would have been a frag right there if the middle of the map was open. So we might see Zorak go and press this button now on the way to Mega. Although, apparently not.
You know, I think it's a good idea to actually... I like it when players open up the middle of the map after rail's available, which is right now, at 2 minutes. Reason being is if you're in control, yeah, it would have amounted to a kill, but he's already got the kills. And if you're out of control, you don't really want that open anyways, unless you happen to get a rail and maybe a little bit of armor on your opponent. So I almost I bet that we see Zorak War open it up on his next trip to Mega, which should be coming pretty soon.
Yeah, and especially with Chance stuck on the other side of that door without the key.
And we've got to get these yellows here. If he opens it up now, he can get an angle. No, he's just like, no, I want my items, Flair. I'm not going to abide by your rules. Chance not hearing that that yellow wasn't picked up, and that's actually probably a kill he just threw away.
Wow.
Oh!
So dangerously close there. Both players very weak, but Zorak was 2 HP.
Oh, if he gets this Mega for free.
Wow. I don't know where Chance was there. I don't want to know. I think it would probably just make me very angry.
Jeez. He's got red. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say you gotta at least hit something on this guy now.
Yeah, and definitely it was time for him to hit a shot, and he hit one. But it's still, like, Zorak is looking very strong, and Chance has got himself in a corner here. He knows, though, that Zorak's just going to focus on continuing to cycle these items.
Okay.
Fantastic from Chance. And this is him back in the game. For about 2 seconds before Zorak. Just, well, I mean, he says to Chance, you know, you want to hit good rockets? That's fine, but you have to respect that I can hit them too. And actually showing us maybe, you know, worst rockets NA has been doing a bit of practice.
Zorak will always have the worst rockets in A, even if he manages to somehow actually have the best rockets. It is ingrained into his character. I will never let that die.
No, definitely. I know the.
Zorak War gonna take a jump. Yep, gotta hit a button first. That was pretty funny. It's one of those things you just kind of assume to be active at this point.
Yeah, by this point, late point in the game. I think that's a stream highlight right there.
Stream failed the week. Thanks. And it's gonna open up pretty nasty here. My voice is sounding a bit solemn. I think yours is too, just because like you can, you know, as spectators we have that lovely little overlay on the left showing us just how bad this is about to get.
Yeah, and Zorak, he's gonna take just enough time to get into this red, but it delays it well.
Yeah. He's got it very calculated.
Wow, he actually messes up his movement there, and it's going to put him a bit out of position.
I think he's okay. Teleporter, and then Mega.
Yeah, well, even if he doesn't get the Mega, he's got the red behind him, so this is a fantastic place for him to start to fight, and Chance doesn't have the LG to fight back, so it's even better. Yeah, the smilies are coming out in rapid succession here from Chance. I think, again, mentally, you know, this game, Zorak might have already won.
Yeah, it's looking bleak. We always see another 2-0 here, and ironically, yeah, it's gonna be a 2-0. So, pretty interesting. Zorak War, I think, a player who has now come back from the lower bracket 3 times. We've had 10 duel cups, and he hasn't. I think he only missed 1, and I'm pretty sure he's come back out of lower bracket 3 times to make it into the grand finals. So that will be Chance taking 3rd place, though.
Yeah,
we're moving right along here.
Yeah, what prize does Chance take home for 3rd place?
At least $25, if not more. I have to see if there was any other donations.
$25.
It's at least $25, Chance.
I love it.
Let's check it right now. Let's check it right now. Because we had a donation from VT Chill, who is very graciously also going to be putting part of it. I did ask him, but is going to be putting part of it towards actually keeping DuelCup.com alive.
I do still need some hosting for it in about a month, but he kept the domain alive. I'm actually working on a prototype build of the whole site that I won't go into right now because I'll just start rambling. And we have a final on our hands here already, so. But yeah, it's thank you to him for doing that, and then he will be putting the remainder that was not used for the domain into this. Did that make any sense to anyone who can't see my screen? Probably not. That's cool. Don't worry about it.
I'll just roll with it.
Just just keep going.
All right, I might run and get a drink while these guys do their maps.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, so Rafa gonna get rid of T7. Hype it up. Hype it up, hype it up. Gonna be grand finals, Rafa versus Zorak War. We've seen this one before. So far, Rafa has defeated Zorak every time. However, it's not been like complete blowouts every time. Been some really good games between these two, and I think the fact that we are... What time is it exactly? We're just 2 hours past start time, which is amazing. It's the fastest cup we've ever had, actually. I'd like to take more credit for it, but I think the no-shows kind of did that for me. First pick gonna be Lost World by Rafa. Smart. Sorry, gonna pick Elder. Is that ZTN?
Vote
Yeah,
now.
ZTN Decider. Okay.
Vote
So grand finals, guys. Yeah.
Holy shit, is this Lost World?
It is.
How did Zorak let this happen?
Drop.
Damn.
Had to get rid of that arrow. Had to get rid of that hectic. Grand finals. Phylum, are you ready?
I am a little bit ready. I mean, I'm just kind of like
You
sat
need
back
to
down.
be ready now, Phylum.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, and so I guess Rafa off the spawn. This is the classic Rafa map. Or one of them.
Yep, he will have no armor. He will
It's
not
a
be
good
named
start,
Chance.
though.
He will be named Rafa. He will be 0-0 against Zorak War. Oh, this is the first encounters early. Zorak War does not want to make the same mistake that he classically always makes on this map, and that is to give up the frag before the first or second minute mark.
Yeah,
I think saying second minute kind of covers the bases, but you hear where I'm coming from here.
That's the plasma attack can be so good, but I mean, giving up that first frag so early,
yeah, buddy. Let's do it.
pretty standard midi. Maybe I just come from the school of Australian midis. I don't know. So yeah, this is a pretty. I was gonna say, you know, maybe we're gonna see. I mean, Zorak's already upset Chance on this map. Maybe we're gonna see that again, but it's not the best start.
No, it is not. It is Rafa's pick. If you did miss him, Phylum, or anyone else watching, it's going to be Lost World, Elder. Our decider will be ZTN. So it's pretty much the exact same maps, actually, that Zorak War and Chance had going, except this time it's versus Rafa. And if Rafa wins this best of 3, he wins the whole Duel Cup. If Zorak wins this best of 3, he will have to win another best of 3. Why? Because he's from the lower bracket. He's trash. He's lost. He's soiled by a loss, and he must win twice. Because winning twice makes you pure. Everyone knows that.
Gonna eat some nasty rockets, Rafa is here. He's lucky not to get knocked into the lava, and he's on the ropes. Oh, Zorak War lets him out. But
Yeah, I
not
don't know
without
why.
returning the favor.
I mean, Zorak ate a direct rocket that he basically didn't need to there. He would have still taken a bit of LG, but
You think it would have
Like
been a
that direct
guaranteed kill
rocket.
regardless, just to kind of stay up there and spam rockets? I think
Yeah.
it would have
yeah, maybe Zorak
Ooh.
has some amazing reason we don't understand. Rafa, I mean,
been.
and this
Rafa's
is what I
got...
love about watching really great players is that they do very little and make a lot of it. You know, Rafa just stood there with LG and that frag came to him.
Both players shooting about 40 LG as well. FYI.
Wow, messy encounter there. Ooh. Hopefully you can't hear my phone there. Hopefully someone will answer that in a second.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, no, cool.
Well, you don't have to take the call with me on here.
Oh no,
Unless it's your
someone
mom.
else
If not, if it's your mom, can you put her on real quick?
My mum probably answered it.
That was the best troll evasion ever, Phylum. Anyways, back to the game. Zorak is gonna be 200, 150. He's gonna have everything he wants. But does he have an opening? Because this is a nasty angle to push into. You don't really want to. You don't really want to push in here.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I've seen Rafa play a lot of matches here, and one of the things he does well
Is
He's
not
not
eat
giving
direct
his
rockets
opponent
like that normally.
opportunities, but-
Holy crap.
Yeah, holy shit. Like, Zorak was, he just found a way to push around there. I think it has to be magic. I mean, we saw this against Chance too. He would just fly around these corners and make it work by being aggressive. Wow, and actually taking the lead against Rafa here. Yeah, Rafa, he's unfazed. He's doing exactly what he needs to and completely devastates Zorak with rockets there. Fantastic.
I was about to say he did a great job stripping him of his armor, but he nearly kills Zorak War. Down to 16 HP. He's just going to have to roach his way around this yellow in this plasma area because he can't really push center map at all.
No, if he tries to come up these stairs again, it's gonna be death. Like, Rafa's around here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, kind of doing some weird rockets here, and now we're in a similar position. A little bit of deja vu.
Yeah, and oh,
Oh wow, Rafa can even go full aggressive here, I feel. He could even rocket jump up.
I don't think he'll want to. I think he wants to get this frag as cleanly as possible. Just because of the way the items are going to come up. Like, that red was right after, and if
True.
he'd have taken too much damage, you know, you never know, I guess, with Zorak.
Zorak War is going to come in with 125 armor, will knock Rafa
Oh my
into the
God.
lava, and he is up 2 frags for that, along with
Now,
a red pickup.
I hate to say that that was lucky, but... I hate to say that anything in Quake's lucky, but that was pretty fucking lucky. Like, there's no two ways about it. I mean, that bounce into the
Oh
lava.
gosh. Rafa gonna be witness to his opponent's fail of a rocket jump.
He can just claim it was a bait. Rafa will pick up that Mega too, and some nice rockets.
And he will even beat Zorak onto this drop-in, which is a good... It seems weird to do, right? But what you end up actually doing is you create this trail for yourself where your opponent, to actually progress onto the map, not even just to follow you, they have to basically forward into you at that point. And that's pretty much what Rafa did. He cut him off from all resources. But Zorak War with a nice stag of armor will replenish that stag of armor, and he's gonna be so glad that 50 bubble is there. And he can just run. You know, he knows the Mega's gone. He has excellent timing, and he does not want to be in this fight right now. But these rockets.
Yeah, that was actually a nice rocket. Amazing to see this come out, Zorak. Oh, the LG in the back though from Rafa. It's really going to hurt Zorak, and Zorak, he's just going to sit down here licking his wounds. He knows this 50 is going to come up around the same time as the Mega.
Just sometimes just people just don't quite get it.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm not angry, I'm just persistent. Twitch, I don't hate you, bro. Don't hate. Oh my god, Rafa is going full aggressive into Zorak.
Yeah, and it really makes it work with some strong LG there. Worst Rockets NA just can't quite have an answer to it. He might... Oh, I kind of got a feeling there that Zorak might do something at that red, but thankfully lets it go to Rafa. And now he's in the middle of the map, but he's gonna struggle to really do anything here, and he peeks around that corner for the sneaky LG. It's a big mistake because it means Rafa Rafa can get in close, and there's the tied game.
Yep.
Rafa, he's gonna have full control over that. He can get to this Mega probably.
Yeah, 100%. He's got this. If Zorak jumps onto it, he should die. Wow, Zorak War kind of, his dodge really threw Rafa off there, and it's going to cost him pretty much all of his armor. But
there's going to be a lot of armor behind him, and that's the second time we've seen Zorak get screwed over by a grenade combo like that today.
He shouldn't have been there, though. He should not have been center map at that very moment.
Definitely not.
And this is going to be first map going to Rafa. Rafa would have to make it a huge blunder to screw up, and I love the grenade trap. Oh my god, look how well practiced that was.
Wow.
If Zorak is just a step behind or ahead, he gets smashed by those grenades. That's extremely well practiced.
And a race there to the Mega Health. But it is going to go to Rafa, and 4 frags in a minute here. I mean, you can't pick up 4 frags in a minute, let alone 5 against Rafa.
You would have to actually just keep getting the same spawn kill with grenade rocket combos. You have to be so flawless. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. But that'll be first map.
I mean, Zorak showing us, that he's not a pushover on this map, like people may think he is.
True.
But that said, even though the scoreline was close, for most of the map, it was fairly obviously in Rafa's favor,
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people in the chat saying you should try plus back more. He really did for a while. Honestly, Rafa was the one doing a lot of the plus forwarding. It was a really kind of disgusting second minute, third minute for both players.
Yeah.
Because you guys in chat saying you should try plus back, well, yeah, the last minute he's been rushing, but it wasn't like that all game.
No. But I think it was the bad aggression from Zorak that cost him a few times, especially at that beginning.
How did I manage to get a sort of British sounding caster for my stream? Oh, well, there's this guy named Noctis. He's Australian. He knows this guy named Phrase. And Phrase couldn't make it, so he sent Phylum.
Yeah, no, I do more casting than Phrase.
Phylum does a ton of casting, guys. What's your YouTube channel, Phylum?
Vote passed.
I have a channel where I upload some random Quake shit. Hold on, I don't even know. Oh no, I got a URL, so it should be
Hey, you want to plug your stuff? Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've got another. I had another channel that I was trying to build up for a while, but it never really got anywhere.
Well, you can slap it in chat. We're gonna get in the second map here.
Yeah, no, I'll just paste it in chat as we get started.
3,
on Zorak, I reckon.
2,
yes. And he will get the LG spawn, and he will go straight for the key, for the splash, and he's gonna be able to get the red pretty much unharmed. Thanks for following Caliber Watch. That is a very close, but a very convincing first kill. 40 LG there from Rafa to get that one. And it will be Zorak War to go and take the key away. Rafa
Wow.
doesn't really care because, well, he's got the frag lead. The key's only so good at certain things, and soaking up damage is not one of them.
That movement and dodge from Rafa in that fight, like, it just in general so far has been really fantastic. That
Impressive.
Following Fad Core. Did you know your name also says Fade? Or did you know your name also says Fade C or 3? Bet you did. Thanks for everyone who's followed. I missed a bunch of you at the very beginning. I'll hit it at the end. Because we got map number 2 of Grand Finals. If Rafa wins this, Rafa wins first. If Zorak wins this, we'll go to a map 3, and if he can manage to defeat Rafa there, you'll have to do it again all over, because he's coming from lowers.
it's a pretty tall order for Zorak from here. Like, losing that first map is huge.
Yeah. Some people, like, they kind of say, oh, 2 best of 3s, it's too much. But to be honest, I mean, Rafa from the up, let's just say it's not even Rafa. Ooh, that's a very interesting encounter there. Thanks for the refollow, Catalyst.
Wow, and that rocket jump from Rafa to take position and grab the first rail, that's amazing. I love it. It's a kind of urgency, like, it really shows how important the rail can be here, and straight away he hits a shot that shows, like, he knew why he needed that gun, I guess.
Thanks. Naznazekot. I swear those of you who aren't watching and just listening, I said that right. Oh, thank you for letting me mispronounce your name, sir. Oh, I'm just caught out.
Zorak has no idea how fast he's moving.
Well, spanning. Are you as impressed as we are by this? Because Rafa is showing us that, yeah, he's probably got this map in the bag. Just his movement is so much. I look at Zorak War play, right? And granted, while he is a very item-focused player, I think that we can all agree that Rafa is the total package player. You know, he's a freaking world champion.
Yeah.
Like, when you watch his movements on a map like this, it's so precise. His attacks are so crisp, and you can tell that he's on point. Sorry, I even missed the. Oh no! First pummel of the NA Duel Cup number 10. That was a 10. That was a 10-fingered pummel right there. I felt it. He used both hands.
But yeah, I mean, anyone watching this that's gonna be playing at QuakeCon should be feeling pretty scared. With Rafa just like having such a great lockdown on this map.
I know that he is one to practice discreetly, and I know I've seen him practicing with multiple players discreetly, let alone whoever, if there's other accounts or abort games. That's besides the point. I don't care about that, but I've actually seen him legit practicing. He gets caught from the back by Zorak War here, who's got to make something
It's
happen.
not gonna matter though, because Zorak is just so low.
He doesn't have an answer for this map when he's out of control. Which a lot of players don't, to be fair. This is a very hard map to play out of control, but Zorak War really doesn't have an answer for Rafa right now.
Yeah, well, when
He's
Rafa's
gotta be
moving,
wishing there's more maps at this point.
Yeah, when Rafa's moving so quickly, and just like cutting Zorak off in ways he doesn't even like know exist.
Like there, like even just that moment. I mean, yeah, Zorak knows that Rafa can drop down and do that, but Rafa's like, okay, you know what a better way to explain what we're seeing is? This is the meta game essentially happening right now. This is like Rafa is reading Zorak War, whereas Zorak War is reading item timers.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. Like Zorak War just isn't prepared for what Rafa can dish out.
Yeah. Someone in chat saying they want to see Faz versus Rafa on Elder. I could see that being really good.
Yeah, I think
Ash is good, Faz is good. Ash is gonna be there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they're against some really great matchups on this map. What is the consensus on this map?
Can we
I
get
haven't
this?
really.
No.
I haven't really heard anyone too committed to it either way.
Yeah, I think that's a safe. I think it's just a safe description of the consensus, actually. And there's not really any players who are like, this is my map, I'm going with this map, da da da. Or I'd say there's actually more dislike for this map than there is advocates. But that said, a lot of the dislike isn't like, oh, this is bad, we're not going to play it. No, screw Elder. A lot of it is just, I want this part of it to be tweaked.
Yeah.
And it's not going to change before QuakeCon. There's no way. QuakeCon's in a month. It's like they're not going to change the map now. But I kind of echo some of the changes that they proposed. Because like this middle map section here, where you can go into Nye with everything, it just creates such a hard bit of control. And Rafa actually almost just killed himself there. Do you know if you get stuck in between the stairs, that you die?
Anything that moves in this old-ass engine is potentially deadly.
Yeah. Anything that moves is deadly, I love it. He's just going to plus forward again, same as last map, so... We have had, I hate to call it a little bit early here.
But it is 13-0 on... you can really slow this map down.
Oh yeah.
And I think I would love to see Zorak take control actually and see Rafa slow this down. But
you can watch him play against Dehang in last Duel Cup. He actually did a fantastic job against Dehang on Elder. There's a pretty hilarious clip actually of him juking Dehang with the stairs.
Yeah, see that does look kind of excite me because there are a lot of like good jukes on this map.
Yeah.
Lots of opportunities to be really tricky, and especially because it's new and people don't necessarily know the tricks yet.
Impressive.
But yeah, this is a pretty convincing margin.
Yeah. I'm actually even gonna mark it here, just on the total score here. And yeah, I mean, there's an argument for us to do a best of 5, a best of 7, 2 best of 3s. I'm gonna try to just stick to the 2 best of 3s for now, because to be honest, it is often it's only happened once so far in NA Duel Cup history where the player coming from the lower bracket has actually won. But I don't know. If you guys have any input to that, let me know for sure. Otherwise, it's gonna stay drop definitely. I think drop is a better way to go. What do you think, Phylon?
Drop makes a lot more sense, especially with like the best of 3 format.
And especially when I like putting weird maps in, like freaking House of Decay and things like that. Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, House of Decay isn't a weird map. House of Decay is a fantastic map.
House of Decay will be seen on July 12th at the 11th North American Duel Cup.
Damn,
Spoiler!
I will be there. I haven't seen anyone play that map for a long time. No one will play it with me in Australia anymore. Yeah.
We had it in the cup of... What was it? October? Yeah, October.
Nice movement there from Rafa. That's a really good trick for anyone watching.
That rocket jump out?
No, the jump across to Mega from like the upper part of the platform just can be a bit faster.
Oh yeah. It's the angle he took.
Yeah, it's not hard, but it's a little bit tricky.
1 minute warning.
House of Decay unfollowed. Baz, you think you're Epicus? You can't unfollow me. Only Epicus can unfollow me. The rest of you are stuck here. It's 40 round up, as we wrap up rather, I should say, 40 seconds left. So that is going to be Rafa taking first, Zorak takes second, Chance takes third, and Rafa will win, don't laugh, don't snicker, Rafa will win at least $101, Zorak War will win at least $50, and Chance will win at least $25. All of them will be getting probably about $5 extra each, courtesy of BT Chill. And while I'm on the subject of that, let me thank everybody else. Thanks, Phylon, for co-casting, by the way.
You're very welcome. It's always good to be here.
Yeah, feel free to put your YouTube in the channel there. Thank you to Loveless for $20 donation, Nico for the $36 donation, Darwin's Gate for the $20 donation, and thank you PCFS for the $100 donation, as well as VT Chill for helping to pay for the duelcup.com and the $15 that will be going towards the cup. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you for continuously supporting this. This one is going to go to Rafa, Duel Cup number 10.
Yet again, it's the classic matchup, isn't it? Rafa v Zorak Wars at this
or
point.
Or Zorak War versus Dehang.
Yeah.
It literally, for those of you who actually haven't noticed the theme yet, it is either Rafa and Zorak War or Dahang and Zorak War. Why are we not getting Rafa and Dahang? Because they've actually alternated cups they've shown up at since March. I kid you not, Phylum. It's been Rafa 1 month, Dahang the next. Rafa 1 month, Dahang the next. It's the most bizarre thing in the world.
It's like,
guys,
it's a plot.
Yeah, I
They
want to
keep
arrange a
everyone
show match
guessing
with them,
until
guys.
QuakeCon.
Don't think that I'm trying to avoid that by any means. Those of you who know, well, I won't say their name in case they don't want me to, but there is a player, pretty old school, who wants to have a show match happen. He's willing to put up quite a bit of money for it. I am going to be emailing both Rafa and Dahang again about it, and I want to have maybe like Zorak War and 04 or something like that, because that's the top 4 in North America right now. Zorak, Dahang, 04, and Rafa, at least by Elo. So that should be interesting. Other than that,
Zorak,
there will be a league coming too. I know I talked about that. I'm not going to blabber on about it because I don't have anything to show you guys, but that'll be coming as well. Go ahead.
Zorak War and 04 just quickly would be really cool to see kind of the old and the new.
Yep. And Rafa giving his thanks to you all as well. Nico, Loveless, BT Chill, PCFS, and oh, don't hate me because I forgot you last. Darwin's Gate. Yeah, thanks to the viewers as well, guys. Phylum, did you just ask me a question? Because I just got a bunch of tells.
No.
Okay, just making sure. That's gonna be the Duel Cup wrapped up, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and everything will be on youtube.com/DuelCup if you showed up late. That's it for me, unless you got anything else to add, Phylum.
Nah, well, only to keep your eyes peeled on Sunday the 28th, which will probably not be the 28th for you, but there is a reflex.au Duel Cup coming up. Reflexfps.net.au has just launched. There's one guy in the community who has done a lot to put that together, so that's really worth checking out. But other than that, yeah, there's not
What's
too
the
much
site?
going on in Australia.
Reflex.au?
Reflexfps.net.au. It's like the regular
Okay,
Reflex
so
site.
yeah, so
but
reflexfps.net is the regular site, then just /au.
.au. It's actually a
Is
community
it
site.
a
I don't know.
subdomain?
No. It's actually
I'm so
like a
confused and
community site,
butchering your
different-
plug right now.
Yeah, I've linked it in. The
You put it in chat?
Go have a look at it. Yep.
Oh, look at that! Look at that,
And if you
guys.
haven't bought Reflex, do it. I don't know if it's still on sale. It was like $5.
It's still on sale.
It's still on sale.
Yeah.
So
$5.
you've got 16 hours to buy Reflex for $5.
Speaking of
sorry for
Reflex, I'm
plugging
actually going to
Reflex on
play
the
it for the
Quake
first time starting this week.
Wow. Yeah, that's good. Everyone's kind of jumping onto the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Now that there's a race mode, it's a lot of fun. I recommend checking it out. $5. It's worth doing. And yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks so much for co-casting. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a good night. Peace.
Cool. Cheers.
The best music for last. It actually is probably the best music right now. I love that song. Toxic Eternity, guys. Check out his stream. Twitch.tv/Toxic Eternity. You can get a link to his Bandcamp on there. He does a bunch of video game covers. It's all free to download off of Bandcamp. It's one of those you can pay anywhere from $0 to $1 million, an infinite amount, however much you want to donate towards him. Or you can just get it again for free because he's awesome like that. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. A bunch of really, really cool stuff, actually. I highly recommend checking him out. And you know what? That song is so damn good. What's that? What's that I hear? It's just gonna come back again. I can't stop it.
Imagine if I hadn't been drunk.